Hey, not much. Just about to start. Let's see on YouTube. All right, go live.
Sounds good, man.
All right, so who's here? Let's see. Okay, Jasper's leg. You're Rowdy, right? Or
Yeah. You can just call me Rowdy if you want.
okay, sounds good. And we also have okay, yeah, Ken and Dan. All right.
Yeah, but Ken said he's not staying.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, guys, thank you for coming. This is my 64th live stream. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, it might be like less than half the year before we get to 100 if we keep going at
I
that
know,
pace.
probably.
So yeah, we're reviewing the season 4.
We
Okay,
hear Ken's thing.
yeah.
My
um
bad. I turned
It's
it
fine,
down.
bro. It's fine, man.
all right, so the season 4 finale, a very interesting title for an episode, the shortest
Yeah,
one that's they've ever done,
in the
just a
series.
letter.
I mean, it's better than the first day of the rest of your life, though.
Oh
That
my
is so
god.
long. That is such a long
Or bury
title.
her next to Jasper's leg. That's also a mouthful.
I
Yeah, it
know.
is.
It took me a while to realize, like, wow, you actually took that and put that as your Discord username. Like,
I
it's
don't
just
know why. It's my third favorite episode of the season, and I just love Ginny, so.
yeah. I mean, okay, so the season 4 finale. I mean, this was a great finale, but I think Dan, you said it was your favorite finale, but honestly, looking back on it, I think that the season 2. Okay, it had a lot of good moments, but I still feel like the season 2 or the season 5 finale might be better in my opinion, because like this episode had a
I
lot of
think season
flashbacks.
2.
So season 2 was just all action packed. It wasn't really like it's in like season 4. I mean, in the finale of season 4, it's like you could at least it was the whole episode wasn't just them fighting and fighting. In season 2 finale, I mean, I guess that's the reason why people like it. But it's like the entire episode. Unlike No Way Out, the entire episode of No Way Out wasn't action packed. But in season 2 finale, the whole episode was action packed
I
until like
think
the
that
very
this is
end.
the best finale for me, just because of the simple fact that, like, for me, you guys know Rick is my favorite character, and this is like a Rick episode, and also because of the fact that his character was definitely a little frustrating in season 4. So seeing what he did in the finale was really great, and also like doing pretty much no matter what to protect the people he cares about. And the flashbacks
Yeah.
were great. Terminus was super intense, and then in my opinion, the best cliffhanger the series has had.
Also, the
think season
interaction
4
with
is the
Daryl
most.
and Rick.
Exactly, yeah, because I'm a
You're
big
my
fan.
bro.
That's one
You're
of
my brother,
favorite,
man.
That's one of my favorite friendships in the show as well, too.
Yeah, same. They better find
I
each
think
other.
for me-
I swear to God.
I know.
Daryl's gonna
For me-
roll up to the CRM place and just murder everybody. I swear.
With his
But yeah,
crossbow.
that's like that's a quick like kind of description on why it's my favorite finale. I mean, like season 2 finale for me, I got to admit it's not too far behind this one, but I don't know. And in certain places, maybe it is better. But for me, I don't know. In terms of the characters they focus on in this one, I think that's mainly why it's my favorite.
So
Yeah, I agree. It's good. It's not my favorite though. Season 2 is, but season 4 is second favorite for sure.
And I think this is one of the only. I think this is probably the most memorable finale in The Walking Dead history because with the whole
Definitely.
Rick fighting, like season 2 wasn't exactly memorable. If they would have killed Shane in that episode, then yeah, it might have been. But when I look at every finale, this is the only finale that is like memorable.
This is a time in the show I really enjoy though, because this is like my favorite season finale, and then literally the next season with the season premiere, it's my favorite.
Oh my
premiere.
God.
So yeah, I don't know, like episode like 16 of this season, my favorite finale, and then episode 1 of season 5, my favorite premiere. So it's kind of cool how those are just both kind of together.
Yeah, definitely. They come together really well, and they make like it's just a perfect end to a season and a great start because most seasons like if they end crazy, the first few episodes are going to be very like slow, kind of like with the season 10.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because like season 4, man, the way that ended, like it just set up for a perfect. At least the first 3 episodes of season 5 were amazing.
Yeah. Season 5A after the first 3 episodes with the whole like hospital thing was kind of stupid in my opinion.
it was.
Besides that, it was great.
So
And plus, keep going, Brian.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I was just gonna ask if we can start talking about the episode from beginning to end. So, like, it starts with a flashback, or no, sorry, it started with Rick bloodied. I remember that now. The first thing we see is just Rick bloody, like, shaking, and he's by a car. We don't see anything. We don't see anyone else, and then we know what that scene is later, and we have the flashback where the characters come back from some sort of supply run. They're back at the prison, and what did you guys think about the flashbacks? Because we had like at least 3 or 4 this episode.
I thought it was good because they used, it's kind of cool how they end season 4 with they're like, okay, well let's do a flashback that kind of influences the present, which I think is also really cool. But they're just like, okay, at the end of season 4, we're probably once season 4 is done, we're never going to reuse that prison location again. So let's use, let's do all that kind of stuff. So I like it.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt.
What's up, Matt?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
What's up,
who's Mr. Knight 32?
That's
me,
man.
That is Kate.
Oh, okay, Kate. I didn't recognize you. I was kind of shocked to see your new picture. I was like, whoa, who's coming to the chat? So
Yeah. Mr. Knight's the guy who does the plague, right?
Oh no, Mr.
No.
Knight is Wasteland.
Oh, Wasteland.
Undead Freak is the plague.
okay.
Cool.
It gets hard to remember because like the Discord names.
We all
lot
have a
of times-
series.
Yeah.
Also, we all
that's
have our own
why-
series now, so.
Heck yeah, dude. That's why we're the showrunners community.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I mean, I know Brian's supposed to be saying this, but let's get back to the episode.
Thanks. So yeah, we have the part in the flashback. Herschel wanted to talk to Rick, and it was cool. It was great seeing Scott Wilson again.
Same.
Because he only died. The character Herschel just died this season. Like, it's still pretty fresh when people, saw this. So like that was interesting. And we have Rick.
Yeah, it was recent.
So we have Rick, Carl, and Michonne. They're still walking the terminus, and we get the scene where Rick they go back to a trap, and they caught a bunny, and Rick mentions how his trap, how it herds the animal into a certain direction, which later happens in the episode with them.
Yeah, that's actually another one of my favorite things about this episode is that, I don't know, something about the way they do that. It's so cool that, it's actual people at the end of the episode that are kind of in the same situation.
Hey, did you guys? Oh, I remember posting it on the Discord, a couple days ago. I mean, I can't get it out of my head. I love when Garrett's like, "Welcome to Terminus." Like, I think of that robot chicken video that I sent on the Discord. I'm just like, man, can you guys imagine if they actually did the musical? Like,
It's the guy with the fork and knife that's behind them, and then he hides it behind him when they turn around.
Oh, dear God. They need to do another Robot Chicken special, with the whispers and all that.
oh, that would be
that would
amazing.
So funny.
That would
Imagine
be
if they rip on Fear, season 5 or something.
I don't
Dude, that
know.
would just be a
Yes,
direct
dude.
insult, though.
You could
But
have,
honestly, they'd probably be better than the actual season 5.
Oh, I agree. You could have freaking Robot Chicken have them mocking their little video wars. You could have
Oh my
Morgan and
God.
Jenny oh, I'm gonna have more subscribers than you on YouTube.
I know.
I can just imagine freaking a Ginny Robot Chicken character in the Robot Chicken style. Ginny, Jesus Christ. That's
Dude,
gonna
she
be
kinda-
cursed.
She kind of fits in, though. That's the funniest part.
She felt like a Robot
She
Chicken
does.
character.
She's so
Season five
goofy.
of Fear.
Yeah, so we get the characters Rick, Carl, and yeah, Epic. Epic, I can't really hear you. Is everyone's mic okay? Everyone can hear each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Epic, I can't really hear you very well. Can you hear me?
I can't hear him at all.
No.
I mean, I'm talking on my
His mic
laptop.
is
Do you hear me okay?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not as good.
I think everybody else is good.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
Uh,
hey, anybody, you have any problems? Don't be afraid to let us know.
yeah,
Yeah.
We want to
exactly.
be able to hear you. Yeah, because we
Yeah,
want to be able to hear each other so we can interact.
yeah,
Show.
and Epic, if you have a question, you can always type it in the chat. I'll read it. If the mic doesn't work, we'll keep an eye on the chat for any trolls as well. Because yeah, that's definitely something we need to keep an eye out
Yeah,
for.
definitely.
Is that
Like I
something that
said the other
happens?
day, we hashtag silence the trolls.
Straight up.
Is that something that's happened in the streams before with the trolls?
Oh yes, it's gotten bad like in the past.
Well, what happens? Like, what exactly happens?
What
Oh,
happens?
dude, honestly,
they go
everything you can
crazy.
imagine, pretty much.
So when they just come in and start saying random crap and being assholes?
Yes,
just
dude,
rude.
even
Pretty
to a
much.
point where even their usernames are the most like ridiculous thing.
I've been
Like,
called.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they have terrible usernames, and I've been called a homophobe and a racist. Like that's how bad it's
Oh, yeah.
gotten.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Just honestly, they're not worth our time. Those type
They've
of
come
people.
after-
Like,
they've come after me too on some of my streams. They're terrible.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I feel like they're probably gonna end up starting attacking me too eventually. Like, I feel like obviously if I'm with you guys, you know.
Nah, I think you're good. I mean, like, they don't seem to really come around anymore.
Oh, that's good.
I think that last week was just some random fluke.
Those type of trolls are just annoying. Like, I feel like if you want to like say some stuff and just be honest, like go ahead. But like if you're just here to troll and you're not gonna say anything productive, just get the hell out and don't even bother us. You know.
Me, it's pretty
Right.
simple with me though, because you know the way I handle trolls is that it's like seriously, it does not take much for me to just block or ban just anything. Like it does not take that much at all.
Hey, I don't think you can block people from your channel anymore, can you? You can only remove their comments.
I'm
No, you
not
can block
sure.
Uh,
I think you can block them.
Because I don't know, like on some of my videos in the past, like there'd be like bots that would comment, and I would try to block them, and they wouldn't let me.
That's weird.
Hey guys, Epic says, "Hey guys, how you doing? This is a decent finale." So where do you all like? I know Dan loves this finale; it's his favorite. I think it's one of like in the top.
Absolutely.
I think it's one of the top three. Where do you guys see this finale?
Second, for sure.
Top 3.
Masterpiece #1.
It is.
Okay, that's good to hear.
I think
So
season 2 and 5 are a little bit better.
yeah, me too, just a little bit. So what did you guys
Wait.
think about? Okay, so what did you guys think about the whole the guy screaming in the forest, and then Carl goes after or tries to help him, but then Rick tries to stop him? Because like in the comic books,
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like that scene made more sense in the comics because like in the show, you see he's got like plenty of space to run away, but he's not. And I don't know. That scene felt kind of pointless in the show, just a little bit.
Yeah, because in the
Yeah.
comics they were in a car, right?
Yeah, they established that was that guy's car, but I don't know what
It kind
happened.
of just feels like a forced reason to get the characters away from the camp, honestly. Like to show that there's walkers around, so then they would go.
Yeah, probably. Still a great scene though.
It is because
True.
they show the gore, which is like the craziest part.
And also just how like dark Rick has come like from the beginning, like how like ruthless he is now.
This is legit one of my favorite episodes for Rick, and you know Rick is my favorite character. That's another reason why this is one of my favorites.
My favorite Rick episode is what comes after. Just
Yeah,
one of
that
the
one-
best
Oh,
send
yeah.
offs for a character I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, definitely, and also because we all thought that was going to be the night that Rick Grimes died, and then it's just
I
like,
mean,
oh,
I knew he wasn't gonna die.
I don't
Like I knew they were gonna kill him off.
I wasn't so sure because like they were so back and forth with their answers to fans beforehand that I'm just like, dude, like what if they
Yeah.
actually just do it? You know, like that.
Well, they
crosses
want to
my-
be
What
subtle.
was the point? What was the point of taking him at the show and then making movies? I would have rather him stay in the show than like the movies any day.
Well, because
Same
Andrew
with Michonne, because I
Lincoln-
think she's gonna be in the movies. But I understand her reason
probably.
because she was in Marvel and all that, and that's way bigger than The Walking
Yeah,
Dead
the
at that
movies are
point.
not going to be easy to do. I mean, we can already tell. Like it's been 2 years and nothing has been done. But
Oh yeah, it was supposed to come out.
They're going to start filming it in the spring, from what I've heard.
Here's
yeah,
COVID. If COVID didn't happen, it was supposed to come out early this year, but it's probably gonna come out next year.
yeah, probably 2022. The best bet in my opinion.
I have a feeling that the show could even actually, because the show ends at the end of 2022. So I don't know. I could see them honestly just giving us the movie once the show is already done, which is a crazy thought.
Yeah, I would rather them
Um,
do that.
Well, it depends, like, what they have planned for the movie. Like, if they plan for it to tie to the final season of the show with the whole CRM thing, then
Yeah. Well,
What
exactly.
about what
There
about
could be some
on
kind of
Arrow's
lead in
account?
for sure.
because honestly, I don't personally, as much as I think it would be cool for Commonwealth versus CRM, it would not be realistic. I'm sorry, but the CRM would demolish everybody.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, I mean, yeah, because it's like we know how many people CRM has. It's just it does not make sense at this point. But
We don't know
honestly,
how
like
much the
those
Commonwealth
movies, like
has.
regardless,
Well,
are gonna take a
50,000.
while, because movies take a while to film. Let alone now during COVID, like it's gonna
Yeah,
take way too long.
I think
and
there's
I'm
a
a film
way.
student, so I know this.
Oh, that's cool. That you're a film student. I
Yeah,
think there's a
like
way.
we learned about that.
I think there's a way for them to fight the CRM. Like one thing is the CRM is massive, so one of our characters like sneaking in the CRM, like getting like some spies or something, like I don't know, just something like that, and tactics. It always helps in a war, so I feel like there's a chance they might be outnumbered 10-1. Wait, actually no, it's 50,000 to wait 200,000. I'm sorry, is that what Elizabeth said?
Yeah,
Uh,
Okay, so it's
I honestly
4
think
to
that
1.
like even if they do the CRM versus Commonwealth storyline, I'm talking realistically. I don't think they would win. I don't think the Commonwealth would have any chance, to be honest. So that is one thing I'm
and
willing
here's
to
the
say if they do
thing:
that.
they have 50,000 people, but that doesn't mean they have 50,000 soldiers.
I would rather, yeah,
True, but the
exactly. But I
Commonwealth,
would rather instead of them going to war, I would like them to team up
yeah,
and try to
there's
be
no way.
civilized. A war like that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's why I don't think it's gonna happen. It's just completely unrealistic and like,
I don't even think they're gonna ever. They might eventually meet each other, but like years from now. But I don't think in the story wise they'll ever meet each other. Which I feel like it's unrealistic for them not to, because I feel like they're both big communities. At the
and
same
think
yeah,
time, I
about
feel like
it.
CRM has a bigger chance at finding Commonwealth than Commonwealth finding CRM, because CRM
eh,
looks a lot advanced since they have like
And think
helicopters, and I
about
don't
it.
remember Commonwealth really having that.
They
yeah,
consider teenagers a threat. Imagine a freaking 50,000 person community with soldiers with heavy machine guns and heavy armor.
yeah. So the CRM, we know how much the Commonwealth has, 50,000. We know the CRM, 200,000. But not all of
But we
those
don't know that in the
200,000 are
show.
soldiers. They're not all soldiers
Yeah, it could be
either.
different in the show.
And also,
But
wait. I'm sorry. I guess everyone's talking. And I lost my thought.
Yeah, sorry about that. Bad habit of mine. Just whoever wants to talk, go ahead.
I was
I
just
just honestly, I just hate that CRM is a thing. I hate Jadis. I wish you didn't exist. I wish Rick was
CRM
still in the
is,
show, to be honest.
I'll be honest, as interesting as it can be, CRM seems super generic.
Exactly.
Yeah, it it
I just,
does.
I
The
just hate it.
CRM honestly doesn't like. I don't know what it is. I just don't think the CRM is going to be as like scary as they're trying to make it seem.
I
And
don't think. What's the point?
the problem with
CRM
CRM,
realistically makes sense, but I think CRM might be more advanced because I think I know what's different. Commonwealth is just a regular. I think Commonwealth is more generic because CRM
I
it's like
mean,
they're generic, but they're also looking for a cure. And I do not remember Commonwealth. The CRM's main focus is finding a cure.
to be
well, that's the
honest, though,
thing. That what makes them generic.
CRM might be like, yeah, you could say they were like well advanced, but I mean, let's not forget some of the cheap stuff they were using in World War
yeah.
One.
Tape
Oh
recorders.
my god.
Tape
Freaking next
recorders.
thing you know, they're gonna have freaking. Next thing you know, they're gonna have freaking laptops and be able to watch YouTube.
I don't know. They were using tape
They're gonna.
recorders. I lost respect for them when I saw that.
Yeah, we have enough of the freaking walkie-talkies on Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah. Can we please get back to the episode? I feel like we're getting off topic a little bit.
Yeah. We really got off track that time, but yeah, go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, so we have thanks, man. So we have Rick and Michonne talking, and Carl's in the truck sleeping, and we get Joe and the Claimers, and I mean, wow.
Honestly, though, this is a version I think they did better in the TV show, because in the TV show, I don't know, doing it on like a small screen like this instead of a comic panel, I just feel like it had more of an impact, because when Rick, like, later on when he bites like his throat out, man, I don't know, the way they did that scene is amazing in my opinion.
Yeah.
Also, like it's kind of crazy, but like in the comics, it was just Rick, Carl, and Abraham. But in the show, they took out Abraham and added Michonne and Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl. Daryl's always got to be there.
Yeah, he always takes everything from the comic characters.
Yep.
So yeah, we have everything going on. We have Michonne at gunpoint, Carl, being held hostage, and Daryl tries to stop Joe, saying that like, hey, these are good people. You're gonna let them go, and Joe is just like, well, they did kill this guy. He did kill Lou. I would have to speak for him because he can't because he's kind of dead. Like that part was
Yeah.
Honestly, though, like for this scene, I do have to say one thing about it, though. I do apologize for going back a little bit, but I do love how they're just like let people in, and it's like, yeah, they we did, but so did the governor, and it's just like, yeah, it's like when Michonne says the governor let people in too, Rick, it's just like I don't know that line for me is crazy because it's like, yeah, you have to be on full alert on your way to Terminus, and dialogue like that I really
For
like.
sure.
and Negan let so many people in.
Yeah, countless.
Yeah.
A lifetime supply.
The thing I don't get about Terminus, or like even in the comics and shows, like I feel like this I feel like the apocalypse had like just started maybe 2 years ago. I feel like people wouldn't be cannibals by then. I think in like season 10 around there will be more cannibals, but it just feels like
Well,
they're like just
probably, but
psychopaths.
Well, if you didn't
2
have the
years is
cannibals, just think
reasonable.
about this. They wouldn't have much of anything else to go forward with. So like it's just used for plot and stuff. So I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Plus, Terminus was really like that. No Sanctuary episode was absolutely amazing. So
It was.
Agreed.
Definitely. And to think that's one of the episodes, like nothing from that is
Hello?
adapted from the comics.
Hey, Epic, you hear us?
Yes.
yeah.
Anyways, this finale is pretty decent. I thought it was a good finale.
I thought it was amazing for me personally. I think they did pretty much everything right, if you ask me personally.
My favorite
I know it's a little
favorite
off
finale.
topic. I know it's a little off topic, but yesterday I watched like every finale for each season, and I think season 7 finale is super underrated. But we don't have to talk about that right now.
It's definitely really good, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily underrated or the best
No.
season finale. It's just
Honestly,
overall,
I
it's
kind
a
of-
solid finale.
I'm in the opposite kind of group with that one. I kind of think that the season 7 finale, like, it is good, but I feel like people relate to that finale, and they kind of do forget, like Ron has mentioned, some of the issues that finale does have, like the Michonne stuff, just so many other flaws that finale has. It's not perfect, let's just say that.
For sure.
Yeah,
The sausage
and that was hella
stuff,
cliche.
The Sasha stuff dragged on for a bit.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
My favorite finale will always be a season 2 finale.
Yeah, it is good. It definitely is.
Yeah, that's my favorite personally. Season
I
2
think the
finale
thing that
just
brings the season 4 finale up for me a little bit, though, is because season 2, like, it was a good finale, but I feel like this ending to this finale, though, just brought a little bit more hype for the next season for me.
yeah, that I can agree on. Because season 2, it was just a close up in the forest, and we saw the prison. I think that's it.
Yeah, which wasn't even real either. That's that's the thing.
Yeah, that
behind
was
the
like I
scenes.
always found that weird. Like, if you weren't a comic reader, there was no reason to be hyped for season 3.
Yeah, and it also kind of makes me upset because we never saw, in particular, that side of the prison, which is kind of another flaw I have.
Yeah, because the comic prison was different than the show prison.
Yeah, it was the
I
comic.
mean,
prison
obviously
to me
they can't
looked a
find
lot
an
better.
exact replica, but
My
People here.
Uh,
my least favorite finale is season 7.
7.
sir.
I'm gonna have to
I
give
watched
it
season.
to.
Hold on.
My least
Seven?
favorite finale is the season 3 finale.
Agreed.
oh, for
Actually,
me,
yeah.
Season
I forgot
7.
about that one.
Season
for
7
me, it's
was
season 3.
Yeah.
Welcome to
I-
the Tombs, man. That episode was just so meh.
And
oh, I
honestly, the
know.
season 9 finale, even though I like the new look they gave to it with the snow, it's still kind of dull at times.
I thought it was underrated. Actually, I find the season 9 finale is actually really underrated.
Guys, I'll be right.
It's
I'll be
good,
right
but
back.
like it just needed more a little bit.
Agreed.
Well,
Problem with the season 9 finale, it was boring.
I wasn't bored, but like I think there was more so of a reaction to me of just saying like, can we get something better? Yeah, I think that was the main thing I was saying throughout it.
Plus,
I definitely
Ezekiel
think
was a
like
really big pain in that episode.
yeah,
I know.
there's
I
the
like how
whole
he even
like
admitted to it, though. He's like, I don't mean to be the bad guy here. Like, it's like, dude, at least you're self-aware.
I'm like,
yeah,
well,
but he
you
was
are
being
the
a
bad
dick.
guy, Ezekiel.
Hey,
Ron, where are we at in
I
the
know.
episode now?
yeah. I just okay. So back to the episode, we have the
Yeah.
claimers, and yeah, just everything that goes on here. You're just on the edge of your seat, and just the fact that Rick is trying to help Carl, and I mean, oh my goodness, like it was bad in the comics, but even in the show, it is still bad. I honestly don't know which version is worse. I mean, obviously,
I
the like
remember though when I was watching this episode, I remember those like interviews you would see for this one. I remember Robert Kirkman said it. He's like, this is Rick pushed to his breaking point. He has seen the most horrific thing he could ever see actually happen. Like, I don't know. I love how he said that because it's true. Like the worst thing
Yep.
that could have happened, like, was about to happen.
yeah,
Mhm.
and
Hey, Dan,
Yeah, Epic.
I disagree. I think the worst thing Rick's witnessed was Glenn's death.
Yes, it definitely was the worst thing, but I mean, in terms of like potentially when it comes to what could have happened if Rick didn't do what he did,
Absolutely.
like that could have been terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what about Carl? What about Carl's death? I think
I
that's
definitely, in my
No, but-
opinion, I think that this is the worst thing that Rick has seen because, like, if he didn't act in that moment, then Rick would have, I won't say it on stream, but like Rick would have seen something like truly horrific.
yeah,
that would have
I think the
traumatized
other thing,
him.
like a lot of people kind of forget too, is that it's like, yeah, it is probably the worst thing Rick could have ever seen, at least at the time of season 4 before seeing season 7.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just so we have Rick trying to fight back, and we have the part where Joe's like, "What are you gonna do now, Sport?" And then Rick literally takes a chunk out of him. He actually take.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Hey,
doesn't.
Hey, guys,
Yeah, Epic.
So,
overall, how'd you guys feel about Joe's group?
Amazing.
Honestly, really underrated villains. Like there are some of the most underrated villains I've ever seen in The Walking Dead.
Definitely, dude. I love Joe as a character. I kind of
Yeah, like,
I was
amazing.
So, for some reason, happy when I saw him in the red machete thing.
Yeah,
Same.
it was awesome. Like the fact that they brought him back was amazing. The actor.
Too bad they couldn't get his lieutenants back though, because that completely took me out of the experience.
That's true.
Yeah, we need like an episode of Tales from The Walking Dead episode where we follow Joe and the Claimers.
Oh, I would love that.
I'd be
And
down for
I
that.
think the actor honestly would be loyal enough to do it.
I think they're gonna do
Yeah,
that
I
since
mean,
they
he
already
came
did like
back.
a thing.
He came back recently, like 3 years ago, to do the red machete thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think they
Can
would
we-
bring him back a third time though.
Yeah, but it would be for Tales of the Walking Dead, the anthology show they're doing after the main show ends.
And
It would be a
good.
flashback.
I didn't really care that much about that.
You guys imagine they just do
Yeah.
like a Tales of the Walking Dead of like Iris and her school life?
no.
No. Dan, no.
Hey, Dan,
Yeah, Epic.
overall, how do you feel about The Walking Dead having like season characters that are introduced in the season and killed off the same season?
Oh, I think that it's like,
Troy.
well, they've overdone it, but at least some of the deaths make sense because some of the deaths, it's like, okay, it kind of makes sense that character doesn't last longer, but like
You
there are
guys
some
know
characters that are like season characters that it's just like it feels like we were just getting into their character, and the next thing you know they're dead, and it's like like I want.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
feel like Troy could still be alive because
Yeah,
he all
Troy
he did
was
is
an
got
interesting
hit in
one.
the ear. He could still be alive if they wanted
No,
to.
I'm gonna
because
just say it,
kind of
guys,
they
but
did a lot of characters.
I'm just gonna say it.
Even Mary Gamma,
Troy had
he was a
hole
season
in his
10
head.
only character.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that
what
is
were you saying,
true.
Matt? I couldn't hear you.
I guess
Troy
you
had
did.
a hole in his head, and he got
Absolutely.
flooded
Yeah.
out in a dam. Like the dam exploded with him still inside of it. Troy's dead.
You guys,
Like,
you
maybe
guys
he could have
remember
survived
when,
the hammer,
they literally
but
had
not
like
that.
like those theories during season 5, like before season 5 came out of like, oh, Troy's coming back and Daniel. It's just like
I remember
Troy?
that.
What?
Yeah.
They said him
I think
and
some people were like, "Oh, Daniel's back, so Troy's coming back for sure."
I know.
Well,
Do you
this
guys
is what
imagine like they're
happened.
just together or something?
Yeah. was gonna
This
just be
is
in a
what happened,
flashback.
guys.
Hey,
A
Dan.
writer was speaking about this whole like Troy coming back thing, and they said it's never off the table. That's what that sparked that rumor.
Maybe, yeah.
Unbelievable.
I have a theory that I think the reason why they killed off TV Denise in season 6, but I feel that they kind of figured that we just didn't like her.
Yeah, I don't think TV Denise worked out that well, to be honest, because like
Nah.
I feel like they tried to make us care about Tara and Denise, but for some reason I don't know what it was. Like, it wasn't a terrible idea for a relationship. I didn't care for it, you know.
The same garbage.
So do you
But-
guys
It
want
was
to continue?
trash in that season. Yes, let's
Not to
continue.
mention, I'm just not a fan of Tara either. So
Well, exactly. You just throw two
Oh,
characters
I've
together
always
that are
liked
not the
Tara.
best. Like,
and
fan
like
favorites.
Dan, you might think about this, but Tara's kind of a hypocrite in season 8. You know, like with the whole Dwight thing, she tells Dwight that you can't switch sides and make it okay. Yet she was on the governor's side.
The way I look at it is that it's like Rosita was the reckless one in season 7, and then she just like passes the torch to Tara in season 8. Honestly.
Except
Yeah,
it's
if
even
anything, it
worse.
should have been Rosita. Like,
She was
I'm not a
also
big fan of
the
Rosita either, but it would have made more sense for it to be Rosita.
Rosita just made sense because, like, at least, like, you know, it's the Abraham stuff. It's just they dragged that on way too long. That's the
But
problem.
even in season 7, Tara was also like she was also like, hey, we gotta save all this stuff. We gotta save all this stuff for them. We gotta get ready, and we gotta actually, we can't just go and fight them because then we
Yeah,
will die.
she was being
But in
cautious.
season 8, she's just the exact opposite.
I was gonna say season 7 Tara is actually good. Season 7 Tara is like, I like when Tara in season 7 episode 12. She's like, she just looks at Rosita and she's like, hey, maybe you can just save all this for them. It's just like, yes,
Yeah.
please, like, call her out for how she's acting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The only Tara I liked was season 9 Tara. Like, when I was starting to like her, she died.
Same.
That's the whole point. Why Walking Dead does that?
The hunters, he was like, we'll like carve off a piece and taste it for ourselves.
Oh my
I'm glad that didn't do the show because that made no
Yeah.
sense.
Agreed.
So
Yeah.
speaking of the hunters, I just want to get back to the episode.
Fear the hunters.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
go
you.
ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, we have Rick taking a chunk out of Joe, and we have Daryl. We have Michonne shooting 2 guys, and we have Daryl who literally slams a guy into the ground with his foot. That was pretty
Love it.
interesting. And yeah, then we have that.
Daryl.
And we have that guy panicking, holding Carl at knife point. He's telling Rick to back off. And just the way Rick looks like super serial killer, and he's like, he's mine. Like, and
Dude,
then
he just keeps like stabbing him though. It's so
he stabbed him
good.
like 100 times at least. It's like when you're watching it, it's like, is he trying to make him a sponge? You know, full holes.
I
You
know.
guys want to know something I don't understand? Why did Rick go crazy even though Carl didn't even get hurt? But then when Carl actually died, he was nowhere near as like crazy.
I think Rick
Gimple.
actually did go crazy in season 8, to be honest. Like, I mean, he didn't go crazy, like season 5 crazy, but he at least did some stuff that is kind of unlike him, like to just go on his own to find
Yeah.
people, you know?
And it's not like the Saviors killed Carl. Carl just got bit, so it's not like he has anybody to blame for Carl's death.
But then he
Exactly.
blames the
No,
Saviors
I think it
anyway.
makes sense.
But he still kills the Saviors anyway for Carl's death. He tries to kill Negan too.
Yeah, but I don't think he was necessarily doing it to avenge. He wasn't doing it to avenge Carl. It was more just doing it for the future. You know, he was still on the same mission.
Yeah,
I think we're mentioning the time when I can't speak.
After
Okay.
Lori died.
That
Matt,
what you call it, speak me game.
Matt was saying something. What were you saying?
Yeah.
I was saying that when he kills the Saviors in the bar, that was because of Carl's death. He wasn't just doing that.
Exactly.
But I was
Yeah,
gonna-
dude, I
You know
kind
what
of
I'm
find it
saying?
like funny though that it's like, I know we all like kind of beat up on that thing. It's like Rick did something savage there, that's for sure. But like,
I
at the
didn't think
same
about
time,
that actually.
I kind of have to laugh because Rick literally, he's like, I'm not gonna read that letter, and then once he kills them, he reads it, you know?
I just realized something. Rick is kind of the reason why Carl died, because if Rick would have like helped Sadiq, Carl would have never had saved him. And I don't agree with that, but I did see a lot of people say Rick is indirectly the cause of
Yeah, one
Carl's
sec.
death. Technically.
Yes and no, because there's no way of knowing if Sadiq would have gone with them. Maybe
Yeah,
he
Vic?
would,
He was
and then
desperate.
Carl would just.
Hey guys,
Sadiq was desperate.
Logically, he would have died anyway because they wanted him off the show. But if you think about it, like technically,
Yeah, just
he still could have
blame
gotten dead.
Gimple.
Yeah.
Apologies,
Yeah.
Epic. What were you saying?
I know this is off topic a bit, but Marlene from The Last of Us. She looks a lot like Sasha.
What about Marlene?
Yo,
She
guys,
looks like
I gotta
She
Sasha.
looks
bounce
a
for a
lot
bit. I
like
gotta go have
Sasha.
dinner.
Resembles
Oh,
her.
Oh,
okay,
okay,
Matt.
Matt.
All right,
See you,
see ya.
man.
Thanks for showing up,
All right,
Matt.
chill.
All right,
Matt.
take it
Ciao,
easy,
Take
bro.
care.
Ciao. And then there were 6.
Yeah.
Can I get back to the
Nice.
episode, please?
Yeah, let's
Uh,
get back to the episode.
okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, we have
You got-
Carl. Wait, hold on. Wait, what, Epic?
I just wanted to say I feel Marlene from The Last of Us 1 resembled Sasha a lot.
Yeah, it seems like they took her model and drew her
Yeah.
and
You're
know.
not wrong. They actually do look similar.
So-
There's a lot of things that The Last of Us takes from Walking Dead, though, and I feel like it goes unnoticed.
Well, but if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure Last of Us 1 came out before Sasha was introduced.
That is true.
I'm
You could
looking it
definitely-
up
yeah, that is
now,
true.
and
So I think it's just a coincidence.
yeah, because why would they? It came in 2013, and Sasha I think came in towards like season 3, but at the same time, why would they copy a character that small? And then I think it's a coincidence, like
Yeah,
about
that
who did it.
100%. They're not gonna be like, oh, which awesome female Walking Dead character should we model this villain
I
after?
think it copies the game a lot, especially in the second one. Like in the
Yeah.
first one, I think it might be a coincidence too, but I think it really copies Lee and Clementine.
I don't know. The second game, we don't talk about The Last of Us 2. The story
Yeah.
of Last of Us 2
Thank
is not
you.
canon.
Yeah.
By the way,
yeah,
guys,
exactly.
I'd like
I
to help
would've
Brian get
rather-
back to the episode as well too.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
problem.
So we have the morning after. Rick is sitting outside the truck, covered in Joe and that other guy's blood. Man, it's like every episode we do, it's like Rick is covered in someone's blood he absolutely destroyed. Like, yeah, I'm seeing a pattern, like a crazy pattern. I'm just letting you guys know. But yeah. Anyways, we have Daryl who gives him a watered rag to wipe his face, and we have the talk between them. I did like this talk, but I did have one flaw with it. When Daryl mentions how he was with Beth and that she's just gone, he just says it casually. It's like I had a problem with that line, just that one line.
Rick should have just been like, wait, she's gone where? Like, it's just like, seriously, like, okay. And then he's like, oh, well, I lost her. Like, she got taken in a car and then I couldn't find the car and that type of thing. Like, it doesn't take that much extra dialogue, but I do agree. Like, Daryl said stuff that it's like, it's kind of like the problem that like they always have with like in TV shows where it's like, they don't like saying stuff that the audience already knows. So they just have this. It's like, come on, man. Be
Yeah.
more realistic.
What, Epic?
Also about that scene, I liked how Daryl called Rick his brother because Rick's kind of like the like
It was Rick.
brother.
Yeah.
Daryl might be one of the best additions to the show because Rick didn't really have a character like that. We would call his brother in the comics. I think, I don't really read the comics that much, but I do know some things. I'm reading it now, but it wasn't never like a character like that to Rick.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, in the comics,
Want to know fun
Rick.
fact?
I mean, Rick in the comics, Rick did share, Tyrese, Abraham, and Glenn as his brothers, like minor brothers,
Yeah.
sort of. But
Yeah,
Daryl just
Rick
like
in the
took all.
Yeah,
does not have good luck with second in commands.
I
Yeah.
find it funny how in the comics that scene was actually Rick and Abraham, but in the show it's Rick and Daryl.
But the
Definitely.
TV show had more of an impact with the two of them, though, because I don't know. I feel like those actors are just amazing. And
Not to mention, Daryl didn't exist in the comics.
Exactly. I mean, like,
think
don't get me
Dwight
wrong.
kind
Daryl
of-
is one of the best additions into the show. It's like sometimes it's like, man, like this dude takes all the comic stuff sometimes.
Hey Dan,
Yeah, I mean, he's literally getting all of Rick's stuff now.
I know.
Yeah.
Epic.
If
He
it wasn't
better
for
just
Daryl,
not get
Carol-
his, what?
topic, but do you think TB Abraham looked like comic Abraham?
I think they tried. I
course.
just think that I think they did what they could. But yeah, Comic Abraham looks tougher, I guess, is what I
He
think.
does.
Yeah, definitely.
It's comic Abraham.
looks scary.
Obviously,
He's a beast.
because
Like
in the comics they can do whatever because he's drawn.
But TV Abraham is funnier. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's more
When you were
likable.
pouring the Bisquick, were you trying to make pancakes?
I feel the reason why the characters in the show aren't as tough as in the comics was because in real life it's really more difficult to get that buff.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
know.
plus it's just
but it's
casting,
like
you know.
I
That's why I kind of defend Negan sometimes. Like, I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan could have tried a bit harder, but at the same time, like comic Negan, he just looks like what a superhero would look without the suit. You know?
I know
Yeah, he looks like a generic villain in a way also.
I know.
it's just kind of weird. It's like I mean, it's like in movies, like Hollywood actors, they get paid to work out and read their lines, but
Yeah.
in the show, they just pay them to read their lines, and it's like it wouldn't be that much more.
Hey
Yeah.
Dan,
Something else I don't get about some characters, and this is not being rude to anybody, but like like Jerry's like a little bit kind of like overweighted. How are you overweighted after 6 years where there's barely any food?
Yeah.
Like you should be kind of skinny.
Yeah, Epic.
how do you feel about Negan being in Tekken 7?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, dude, honestly, it's kind of good though because like I feel like all these games are just including Daryl. It's always Daryl, Daryl, Daryl. So
Yeah, I mean
Negan
Fortnite
is
included them.
a good change up.
Yeah, I
So,
love Negan.
um,
He's awesome. Like I hate how some people shit on his character because he's honestly one of the best characters in the show right now.
I think Negan is honestly one of the best characters going right now, and that's crazy. But it's because there's little characters in the show now.
Yeah, especially like originals. A
I
lot of
know.
originals, but characters have been around like since season 7. There's not many like big ones left.
But
yeah,
like it's just crazy to me when I see that promotional trailer, not the one we saw the other day, but like that other one with like the characters, like each of them have their own lines. And when you
Yeah,
see
kind
the
of like the
Walking
Fear
Dead,
one.
when you see exactly, like when you see the Walking Dead logo, you have like Negan in the middle. That's just crazy.
Yeah, it almost feels like he's the lead of the show.
I know. Like he says, "I didn't
And
escape," if that's what you're thinking, and then it zooms out on the logo and he's in the front. Like that's just crazy.
I
feel
wouldn't
like-
mind like obviously this isn't gonna happen since the show's ending, but I wouldn't mind for Negan to be the lead of the show. Honestly, I think he could be a great lead character.
You guys think
I mean,
they're gonna,
Daryl's
like,
just not
make
a
him
lead.
leave?
Yeah, that's
My opinion, I feel Negan and Daryl are kind of leads now.
I feel like it's still Daryl and Carol, even though like Carol really like pissed me off in season 10. I
I was
still
gonna
love
say,
her, but
like Carol's a good character, but like honestly, at this rate, I just care more about Daryl and Negan right now because they're at least not acting like recklessly and just the writing for those characters are better.
you know what's
what
kind of
But
funny?
Daryl did the exact same thing in season 8.
was
Eugene is one of the longest surviving characters on the show now.
yeah.
He's like top 5.
Yeah,
Even in
definitely.
the comics, I
Like
think.
if you don't count Rick, if you don't count Maggie, Rick, or Michonne, I
Hey,
guess.
Dan,
Yeah,
Bro, Zeta is
that's
too,
one of
though.
the flaws with season 10 was seeing such a veteran, experienced, tough survivor like Carol just be so stupid.
yeah. Honestly, the
Like-
thing that made me give up on her character, because like I kind of understood where she was coming from after the pikes and stuff, but the moment I
Yeah.
just had it is when she ran after Alpha. Like I was already mad at her when she tried to shoot her at the border, but then when she ran after Alpha, I'm just like, okay, I'm done. Like I have completely
Not to
lost faith in her
mention-
character.
She had Negan at going after Alpha. She knew Negan was going to take care of business. Why the hell is she being so reckless when she knows Negan is taking care of things?
I
Like,
know.
yeah,
Honestly, if
I've
Negan
mentioned that in the past before, it was just so dumb.
if Negan would have denied, like if she would have went down there and said, "I need this done," and that'll help everyone here, and if Negan denied and said, "No, I'm not doing this," I would have honestly fully supported him. To be honest.
Hey, guys. All right. I'm just no worries. It's just that we're like 43 minutes into the stream, and we just have a little bit more of the
We're not even
episode to go.
halfway.
But I do want to talk about the trailer after we finish the episode. The trailer that came out a couple days ago. Actually,
Oh, that
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
masterpiece.
yeah.
I
I
have
want to talk
something I
about
want to
that
bring
after.
up. So yeah, after we get to that, there's something I want to bring up, a theory of mine.
All right, sounds good, man. So okay, so yeah, we get this awesome scene between Carl and Michonne, and the part where she tells Carl how her son died, why she had her boyfriend and his friend as the walkers chained up, how Andrea and Rick brought her back to care about people, and Carl was just upset that he was like kind of seeing himself another monster. Like I like that scene. Not thinking about season 8 how he dies. I'm saying like because like I think that's like like another universe of The Walking Dead. But in terms of this scene, like I enjoy it because knowing what we know about Carl, like in terms of like comic and how he was supposed to be, like I like that. I don't know. I always felt like Carl was never really a monster, like in a certain situation. He made mistakes, but he never like, struck me as a becoming a monster at
You
certain
know,
times.
this scene was great, but I do have one problem with it, and it is a small detail. It's definitely something that you don't need to like point out too much, I guess. But I'm still gonna mention it. When Carl says that Rick told him the other day that he was proud of him, that he's a good man. That is actually a deleted scene that was not in the show that they showed during the Blu-ray of season 4 with them walking on the tracks, and
Really?
they're relating to that. If you go back and you watch the season 4 Blu-ray and those deleted scenes, you'll see a scene with Rick and Carl walking on the train tracks. I don't know when this is, maybe before they leave the camp or something. And he said like your mom would be proud and all that stuff. And I'm just like, they're relating to a deleted scene. That's the only crazy thing.
Hey Dan,
Yeah.
speaking of that scene, they actually used it where Carl and Michonne are talking, and Carl says to her that Rick said he was a good man. They actually used that scene in like a Carl tribute on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But no, I'm talking about the deleted scene that they had of it was just Rick and Carl that were talking. It was probably before they left the camp or something like that. And yeah, like Rick said, like your mother would be proud and stuff. And they're relating to a deleted scene. That's the only thing that it kind of bugs me about that.
Wonder why they did that.
I don't know. It's kind of it's kind of crucial, like when you think about it. It's like if they're relating to something that's deleted, I don't know. It's just weird to me.
So, so we have Rick and the other characters. They find Terminus, and we have the part where Rick stuffs the bag of guns in the dirt to hide it, and he
Good
even
plan.
puts his. Yes, it's a good plan, but one thing I don't get, it's like he even puts his Colt Python in there. I'm like, oh man, like how did he know that he was whatever gun he took with him there, like he was never gonna see again? Like that's like that's like the show. That's like Scott Gimple basically saying like whatever gun you go in there, Rick, is like you're gonna lose that forever. So Rick stuffs the Colt Python away, like I can't lose this. It's too
Honestly,
iconic.
though, there's one thing that does kind of make me wonder. It's not a flaw, but it is kind of crazy because you don't get this vibe when you see the episode. But in episode 1 of season 5, Gareth says, "I saw you in the woods with a bag and come out without it." And I'm just like, wait, he saw that? Like, I don't know. It's just like, man, Gareth is just, man, I don't know. He's sneakier than we think.
But like, it's weird because like there was nobody there when you watched the episode. Like nobody around, not even a place where
Exactly.
not even a place where they could have even been hiding. And
And when they showed up, Gareth looked genuinely surprised. That's the thing that gets me.
Well, keep in mind, guys, this is the comic equivalent of the Hunters, and you saw how the Hunters were in the comics.
Yeah.
Nikki,
Hey Dan,
Yeah, Epic?
why do you think in the show they called Gareth Gareth? Because in the comics his name was Chris. Why do you think they did
I don't
Chris?
know. That is something that's kind of weird. That's the thing for me though. I think that because they just knew that he wasn't going to be around for a while. I feel like it's just something where they're just bored one day and they're like, you know what? I don't like the sound of Chris. Let's just do Gareth. I feel like it's
Chris
honestly
is a generic
something.
name.
It's something so small, but I feel like they just wanted to change it up because honestly.
also,
Because he was only around for 4 episodes.
It sounds better
Exactly.
than
They
Chris
probably just
anyway.
thought
Chris-
they're like, it doesn't matter too much.
hey,
No offense to anybody named Chris, but Gareth is scarier as a name.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, guys, like, did you watching? Before I watched this episode, I remember Scott Gimple how he mentioned that a character named Garrett was going to appear and that he was going to be a combination of certain comic characters. But that was a lie. He was just Chris. That they just changed his name. That's pretty much the
I
only
heard
difference.
that he was going to be a combination of like Gabriel and stuff. I'm like, what? That's just weird.
But
Yeah, I don't know why they
kind
lied
of.
to us.
Hey
They
Dan,
were like ritual. They were like, I don't know if they
Yeah,
were
but-
rich- They were something.
in my opinion, Gareth and the Hunters is kind of like the Whisperers. Gareth and the Hunters, they were better in the show, just like the Whisperers were.
Yeah, and also both.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
both of those groups are terrifying. So yeah.
And the cannibals
also-
in the show, they had a bigger storyline.
And also,
Yeah.
and also the Hunters in the show, they kind of lasted the same time as they did in the comics.
Yeah, they use them good, but like, just think, guys, if we didn't have Terminus, like they would have been like a 2 episode storyline. That's just crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I mean they feel like a bigger threat since they had this whole like community. They had like a full operation going with this cannibalism thing, you know?
This is
True.
why I'm
That's
so
the weird
grateful for
thing
No
about season
Sanctuary, the
5.
season 5 premiere though, because like that is an like TV only episode pretty much, and like look how amazing that was. I don't know.
That's the weird
Yeah,
thing
like
about
it
season
shows
5
when they
is
apply themselves, they can make good stories.
Season
for the
And then
five
they
show.
just
was,
have the
I think
junkyard that's like the total opposite of that.
Hey
season
Dan,
season
Yeah,
five was mostly just TV show, like pretty
hey
much the whole
Dan.
first half.
yeah, Epic.
That's the weird thing about season 5 is the first 3 episodes were incredible, but then after that you get into Slab Town.
That's the terrible part is that it's like the first 3 episodes. When I watched the first 3 episodes, I'm just like, okay, this is legit like the best season ever. And then like you just watch episode 4 and you're just like, oh, but never mind. Episode 5, like it'll be better. It's just a weaker episode. And then it's like you just watch the rest of the season. It's like, okay, yeah, it's decent, but like, man, it went so down in quality.
It
It sure
did.
did.
It really did.
But season
And
5 was still like rating wise was the best season of The Walking Dead. Even like the episodes y'all don't really like, those
Honestly,
episodes are
not to
still
be
high
mean
rated.
about the show because season 5 is still a good season, and I still actually do think it's one of the better ones. But like, I will still just say it's not to hate on it. I just think that I'm surprised the ratings stayed the way they were in season 5 during the hospital arc.
Hey
Well, I
Dan,
find season 5 was the first season that like really drifted away from the comics.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It was good, but then the comic stuff they kept was also, I feel like, well done.
But I think
Dan.
season 9 is the most different from the comics, definitely.
Yeah,
Well,
Epic?
I guess, but
I feel season 5 second half is what saved the season.
Yeah, because dude, if
Definitely.
they would have just had the storyline they had in the first half, man, that would have been probably the worst season, honestly, at a point. But like, honestly, the second half of the season, I wasn't the big fan of what happened and what's going on, and even them. But the distance to conquer episode 11 to 16, those ones were great.
Like the only
yeah.
thing I don't like about season 5B is Tyrese's death episode. I
It's
feel
just
they shouldn't have
pointless.
killed him off.
I feel they did him dirty. He was a really awesome character and should have gotten a better death.
I just think that they didn't really know how to redeem his character with the fans, and they're just like, let's use him as a death.
yeah, I
They
kind of
they
agree
should
with
just
Dan.
killed him.
After Beth.
I feel like they should have just killed him in two. Like there's a lot of characters. I feel like Beth and Tyrese. I feel like they should just both died in Too Far Gone. To be honest.
Honestly, I'm not a big Beth fan. I mean, that's pretty obvious. You guys all know that. But like, I still think that her death. Honestly, I would rather just take out the hospital, and I would even leave her alive. Just leave her alive, write her character better, at least in my opinion, and keep her around, and don't have the hospital at all. To be honest.
I think
yeah,
but
so
some of the storylines they have to have because I think Dan says a lot that there should not be 16 episodes, but I think that's what they like doing. And a lot of the storylines, like Jadis and all that, all those storylines are just so they'll have
Yeah.
something. All
They
16
could've
episodes.
looked-
All those episodes have
Yeah,
just been
like,
Alexandria or the cannibals.
We saw what Dan did with the Walking Dead rewrites. Like literally, like he's doing really great, and this whole season 7 combines season 7 of the show with season 8.
Thanks, man. Yeah, dude, I'm just trying to like combine it to where it's not like I feel like season 7 and 8 really didn't need to be as dragged out as they were, and also just badly written.
Yeah, like
It's not,
Oceanside was pointless.
my rewrites are not perfect. That is for sure. There are still going to be flaws no matter what.
I mean,
But as long as I
definitely.
can, my main point with it is just to make it as enjoyable as I can.
Yeah, I mean,
but
if
I know
you're
what you're
enjoying it, that's all that matters, Dan, in my opinion. If you enjoy
Yeah.
doing it,
Oh, I love it,
Uh,
especially because like I just think that it's something that needed to be done because those seasons get so much hate.
if
Yeah.
you do a World Beyond rewrite, all you gotta do is just start by removing Iris, pretend she doesn't exist.
Dude,
Right.
my
And
thing
then
about
Iris
the
is a new
World Beyond is
Scott.
that I just wouldn't do World Beyond simply, honestly.
Me neither. Like, I know some ways I could fix it, but I don't have the energy or the willpower to make like a rewrite of
Yeah.
that. Just because, like, I don't have enough interest in it. Like, World Beyond is the worst and least interesting show I've ever seen. At least
Definitely.
Fear season 5 was at least redeemed a bit by good acting. You know?
Yeah, I am gonna also just kind of mention too. We should get back to the episode because I know Brian probably wants to finish it.
Yeah,
Yes, that
definitely.
absolutely. Thank you.
No
Yeah,
problem.
So,
sorry that it keeps going off topic, Brian. I know this happens all the time.
I mean, it's all right. I'm used to it. Um, Oh, okay. So we have the part where the group is meeting the characters, Garrett, Alex, and the whole. We get the whole sanctuary for all thing in that weird room that they're in, and I mean, like it's funny how they put their weapons down, and then Alex is like
Yeah.
handing their weapons back, but then Daryl just picks his own crossbow up because like, yeah, you're not touching my crossbow.
He's like, I'll take my own weapon, thank you.
And then
He is very possessive of his weapons,
yeah, he
as you
is.
can tell. Like with
I-
the whole "my gun" thing in season 6.
Yeah,
Oh, I know.
I
I,
do
I,
like when Garrett calls them like what he called. I forgot specifically what he called them, but he called Daryl the archer. He called Michonne the samurai. I don't know what he called Rick. I think he called him the
Ringleader.
ringleader.
Yeah,
And he called
ringleader.
Carl
I-
the kid.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, you
just
just
a
called
kid.
Carl the kid, bro. Like, really?
Yeah,
No
everyone
cool
gets a
nickname.
cool nickname. Carl's just a kid.
Yeah, the very like quickly aged kid.
What's funny? Even whether or not it's what actually happened in the show or in the Robot Chicken special, Rick is suspicious of Terminus. So
yeah,
like,
no.
for
I mean, they
Hey,
should
Brian.
be more so in the robot chickens. You just got this guy that's like ready to eat them right there.
it's a musical. It's like Rick is like, yeah, they're suspicious. They're gonna eat us. Like he just sees it.
You know what? There's
Am I
a
the
perfect
only
example
one
of the
who
only
is
way you could do a musical because that was actually entertaining.
Yeah, didn't they
Brian.
want to do a Walking Dead musical?
In
Or
They
fear,
are
something?
yeah.
doing one. They
I
are
feel like
doing one.
David Alpert is just shutting that down, though. To be honest,
Yeah,
Hey,
I
guys.
mean, if it was gonna be for something, I thought it was gonna be for Fear. Like I swear they were Alicia, they were gonna sing a song on the freaking tape to try to get people to help others.
oh, dude. Honestly, if they did that in season 5, season 5 was already bad enough, but it wouldn't even have shocked me at that point because it was already a bad season.
It was just the biggest joke it was like the biggest joke of a TV season I've ever seen. Like,
I actually would rewatch that and just like I would watch it as a comedy, not as a serious
like
show. To be honest.
4B.
Yeah, but it's supposed
Yeah.
to be taken seriously. That's the problem.
Season 4, like 4B was pretty bad, but at least 4A was actually pretty good. So I don't think
You know,
season 4 is as bad as most
like-
people say it is.
I say like we're supposed to take the show seriously, but are
Yeah.
they like,
Hey,
expecting all
Brian.
the action to be like, oh no,
Hold on,
Jenny's
Epic.
making a tape against them. Oh, what are they gonna do?
Yeah,
okay,
like,
guys.
how are we supposed to take the show seriously with freaking beer bottle hot air balloons and freaking YouTube vlogging wars?
I
Yeah,
know.
it was bad. All right, guys. Epic
Honestly,
just wants to
fear for
ask
this
something.
show.
Hold on, guys. Epic
what
wants
I
to
was
ask something
saying
real quick.
was-
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead, Epic.
Yep.
What I was saying was, am I the only one who was very suspicious of Mary and the food?
Yeah,
Well,
I
there were
was
no
suspicious
animals.
right away just because I'm like, okay, like I know that.
I mean,
the
I knew it
hunters are
couldn't be
coming up at some
perfect.
point, and I remember that's what made me on edge. Is that it's like, yeah, the hunters are gonna show up soon based off the comics. I'm like, are they gonna remix it? Like that was the first thought that was in my head.
I
Yeah.
mean, one thing. Obviously, at the time that I saw this episode, I wasn't reading the comics. Like, I haven't read the comics yet, so I didn't know that it was going to be cannibals. But I was definitely suspicious.
Yeah, definitely. It just
For
looked
me,
weird.
I just came off of reading the comics like just recently when I watched this, so that's when I was like, okay, they're about to do it.
Hey, it'd be funny? What if Rick put and instead of holding him at gunpoint, what if Rick put Alex's face or his hand to the grill and was like, "Where are our people?" And then you hear Alex saying like, "Oh, my hand! It smells so good." Like, I don't know. That would have been. I mean, obviously they couldn't do that, but like, I feel like that would have been hilarious because, like, yeah, they're cannibals. It's like it's just weird. Like, so they give people that they want to eat like human food. Like, it's just kind of weird. And this came in my head. I'm just like, wait a minute. Didn't Glenn and them come to Terminus in the previous episode? And I'm just thinking, I'm like, oh, please tell me, for the love of everything decent, that Glenn and them did not eat human meat. Because, like, they
I was
didn't.
gonna say,
It's
they
kind of
always kept that
obvious
as a
that
mystery of
Terminus
whether or not
was
they
bad.
ate them or not.
It also would have been
I
funny
mean-
if they forced Alex to eat the food.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that would just make them happy.
Oh,
I love how like you remember this guy, this Alex by his name, even though he was like in one episode. Because doesn't he get like riddled with bullets when Rick uses him as a human shield or something?
He
yeah,
does.
Garrett. It's weird. So like, okay, so with Garrett, okay, first off, apparently Mary, Gareth, and Alex, they're family. You know, Mary's their mother, and I did not get that vibe while watching this because Alex actually calls Mary by her name. He doesn't say mom. So actually, if you guys
Not to
didn't know,
mention,
wait, if you guys didn't
They're
know,
they're religious, so maybe that's in their religion.
maybe, or
uh,
maybe they just don't have a good relationship.
it
I'm
could
pretty
be,
sure
or
they do.
no, I think. Well, no, I think they have a terrible relationship. I mean, after Alex
They
died,
eat
like,
people.
yeah. No, after Alex died, they weren't upset. They were like Garrett and them and his mom were like, "Well, I know what we're having for tonight." You know, just like your brother, your son just
Yeah,
died, and you're like, "Well, I know what we're gonna have for dinner tonight." It's like,
not to
man,
They're
mention,
That's so
even when
psychopaths.
messed up.
Gareth even when
They're
Gareth saw Rick holding Alex hostage, like he wasn't even too freaked out. Like it seems like he was acting as if it was any other member of Terminus, you know?
yeah, but it
yeah.
was his brother
I
though.
think
That's so
I feel like
weird.
Yeah,
they were really just
so
mad because he died and it was a waste of food. To be honest,
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
they're probably
I
planning
mean,
to eat him.
it's
wait,
more food. What are you talking about?
yeah,
But I'm saying they're probably mad that Rick killed him because he was food.
yeah. I know you guys don't know this, or at least I assume you don't. This episode, from this episode to the season 5 premiere, there were a lot of rewrites. I think because do you remember the woman with the poncho and all this? Like they were gonna be everyone that they saw in the finale. Like they were supposed to be established characters in season 5 for the Terminus, for the Hunters, and
Yeah,
it got rewritten.
I
Like
remember there were like theories about like people saying that they were gonna drag out Terminus, like the actual location, not even just like Gareth, like even later on. But like I remember people were saying Terminus is gonna last for all of season 5A. I'm just like, what? Like that's that I remember I heard that, and then you just see the season 5 premiere and it's like Carol's just like, yeah, nope, I don't think
I
so.
mean, I wouldn't mind that personally. Like as long as it's done right.
It would be better than the
What we
hospital
got.
storyline.
Yeah,
I
then
mean, but what would be the point of them doing that if they could technically go back to the prison? Because the prison could have it was kind of destroyed, but at the same time, it's like so was Terminus.
Nah,
I would love to
the
see
prison's
them go
done
back.
though for me because like they tore down all the fences, they blew up a bunch of buildings. I feel like the prison was done. Like
It
unloaded.
Yeah, I
did.
mean, it would take a lot of work to fix
It's
it.
too
Okay,
much.
that
I feel like.
And there's not really a reason to go back. Why sell up in a prison when you have three very sturdy communities?
It
Yeah,
did.
Only one now.
yeah, Epic.
Wasn't the prison where the sanctuary was built?
I think it was at least. I don't know if it was exactly where it was, but it was in a similar location. If anything, I think that where the prison was. I think it's either it could be exactly where it was, or it's like very close. It's somewhere around there.
Definitely.
all right, so back in the episode we have yeah, so Rick is suspicious because it's like wait a minute, like the poncho, the watch, the ride armor and everything. Man, if they had Daryl's vest, like that's all he would have needed to know that these people
Honestly, though,
stole
the funniest thing about this is that it's like Rick sees like the watch at first, and he's like, okay, maybe it's a coincidence. And then he sees the backpack, he's like, okay, that is weird. And then he sees the poncho, and I feel like that third thing, like third time's the charm. He's just like, no, I don't think so.
Oh, the watch was the last one.
Where did you get this watch?
I know, like, cause well, then he looks to the watch, and that's like the final straw for him. He's like, okay, the other things maybe coincidence, but then like that's when he takes the watch, cause he's just like, I don't think so. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we found one of the dead.
Yeah, dude, I love the way he did that though, because he just like slaps like the plate out of Carl's hand, and he's like, "You're not eating that, and where did you get this watch?"
Hey Matt,
He's like, but I'm
What's up, guys?
hungry. Hey, Matt.
hey man, we're just
Yo.
trying to talk about the episode as best we can without
Yeah,
getting
we're
off
talking
topic.
about the cannibalism. We're like near the end of the episode now. We're like where they get to Terminus and Rick
We're at
finds
like pretty much
Glenn's
the
watch.
shootout.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so Rick was holding Alex hostage, Garrett's brother, and he gets shot, and then we get the shootout at Terminus, and we get the part where Dan mentioned earlier how they're being herded away, like that rabbit was earlier in the episode, and they come into an open space, they get trapped, and they have to surrender, their guns and go in the train car. And
This is why Rick's plan is good though, because like, see, he would have lost his Python if he didn't do that earlier.
I know, but it's like if he was gonna lose his Python, which you guys know I'm a firm believer in that, like this would have been a decent time because it's like, how did he know he wasn't gonna get that gun back? It's like it's
Honestly,
just a gun.
there's something refreshing about seeing Rick with this gun for some reason. I don't know why. It kind of looks cool.
I know, but it's so impractical in a zombie apocalypse.
I know.
Yeah, but I mean,
Personally,
Well,
I've
yeah,
always liked.
because high caliber, it's hard to shoot, ammo is rare, and it can only hold 6 rounds.
Exactly.
Me personally, I've always been a fan of his Colt.
I like the Colt Python, but like I remember like what I was just saying, like I was watching this episode and I see him use the other gun. I kind of thought it looked cooler. Like it gave me comic Rick vibes. These are the type of guns Rick has in the comics.
I mean, it's not like he can really use big guns in the comics though because of his hand. You know, he can't use like assault rifles in the comic.
But he always used like these like kind of black pistols like this. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Who's
that's
that
one
Mike?
thing I think they probably regret that I'm chopping off Rick's hand. But I'm reading the comics on my ad part, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the characters. They're being ordered to go into the train car, and this was a really good scene. The fact that I like the part where we have Rick looking back to Carl as he's going up the steps, just to make sure he has him
He
in
just
sight.
yells out like "my son." He's like, "Yeah, why isn't my son coming?"
One small thing with the episode, when the characters are entering the train car, it's completely empty. There's nobody around them, and then they're in the train car, and then we have the characters come up, Glenn and all them. So were Glenn, Maggie, and them just really standing with their backs against the wall, just waiting for Rick, Michonne, Carl,
Yeah.
Daryl? Because as soon as they stepped in, they should have saw them like right away.
You'd think
Yeah.
that they would like instantly attack whoever enters the train car.
I
Well,
mean,
we
it
gotta
must
do
have
They
heard
do
like
have
effect,
guns.
guys.
they probably
I
heard
know.
what was outside and they knew it was them. You know.
Because like they slowly come in, like they make sure all 4 characters are in the train car. They give them about 10 seconds and then on the side, right?
Yeah, but it's not. It's just a small nitpick, if anything.
Yeah, it is a nitpick, but I agree with what Matt said. It's just kind of for the cinematic effect.
Yeah, and it's well done though overall. Like that, the overall whole like Glenn being like, "Rick, is that you?"
Honestly, though, there is one thing I'd like to mention about this ending. I love how like it's so peaceful. Like throughout the episode, it's such a peaceful like ending with them back at the prison, and Rick is just like, "Yeah, everything is good now. That's enough." And then you just cut back to like how crazy of a situation they're in. You know.
Yeah, in a way, it was a bittersweet ending though, because they were all back together. But you know,
It's my
Well-
favorite ending to a season. It got me the most hyped up I've ever been
Hey.
to the show.
they're screwing with the wrong people.
Yeah,
I
it's
love it.
the
Everything
thumbnail.
about it, the music, the way it's done. It's for me, honestly, this was the best cliffhanger they ever did because it's not a cruel cliffhanger, but it's also
Yeah,
it makes your
like-
mind wander for so many months.
It's not like a cliffhanger that necessarily makes you like think in a way what's gonna happen next or like think about what's gonna happen right after. More just gets you excited, you know.
It was exactly.
It's a well-done
This is a good
cliffhanger.
example of how they could do cliffhangers for a lot of the other seasons.
Because
Agreed.
I hate cliffhangers. Like if it's for one episode, it's fine. But when it's like for like a mid-season finale or a season finale, and it's a cliffhanger that leaves the character's fate in the air, like 616 and Fear 516. You know.
Yeah. Oh, 516 was the most painful wait ever.
516 is the second worst episode of the franchise, in my opinion. For
It's
Fear,
bad.
the worst is Channel 15. 515 is the worst of the franchise for me.
Agreed.
That
So
forget selfie death.
Oh no, we didn't
Tom's
forget.
death.
We didn't forget. We can never forget it, unfortunately.
No,
Yo.
unfortunately, that's always going to be just pinned in our minds.
Yeah,
Somebody
The vlogging wars
wrote
get
off.
to the top.
I remember
so-
everybody calling it the vlogging dead. I laughed at that, man.
the vlogging dead, yes. That's literally think about it. They were freaking vlogging themselves killing zombies.
They were
Like,
vlogging themselves dying, like literally. I don't understand.
oh my god! Like, and then all the characters like, oh my god, Tom's a hero.
Oh my
He's a
goodness! It's like
hero.
Oh
who?
He went out the most
Lord.
Who?
pathetic way ever. What kind of money are they paying them to say this?
Ian and
See, this is
Andrew, man,
why
those guys were incompetent, man.
until season 6, I hated Althea. Like season 6, I really started to like her, but Althea was so annoying with the whole getting the story thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So
her damn
guys,
camera.
yeah, I agree. So yeah, guys, we actually finished the episode. And do you guys want to talk about the trailer that we got a couple days
Yeah.
ago?
I mean, can
Absolutely.
I bring up something
Okay,
from the
hold on, hold
trailer?
on.
Instead,
Can
I
I
want to bring up a theory.
hold on?
Sure, as long as everyone just talks one at a
While we
time.
talk about it.
Yeah.
I
So
was gonna
this
say, can we
theory.
not interrupt each other?
Hey guys,
Sorry.
Because can we just not interrupt each other?
Guys,
A
this
person
chat
who's
is
just
going
talking, let
crazy
him
right
talk.
now.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, there's what 8 people here now. It's gonna get out of hand a lot.
Yeah.
hey Dan.
Yeah, Epic?
I find it interesting how at the beginning of this finale, the guy that was responsible for why Gareth and the others were who they became. I find it interesting how they made him look like Negan.
What?
Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about the group that made Terminus the way they are in the season 5 premiere.
Yeah, because wasn't Terminus like good before? They said like they actually were legit and wanted to help people, but then some people came
Dude.
in like.
That would be a crazy like Tales of the Walking Dead.
I mean, that's what I
like,
want to
be
do.
nice to people.
You remember I showed you that list in the comments once, and I said I think one of them was Terminus. You know, seeing.
Yeah.
I think the issue with Tales is not really the necessarily getting the ideas; it's getting like the actors on board with it. You know.
That's why I feel like that's going to be a really hard show for them to make because there's so much behind the scenes. It's going to be hard.
Yeah, like okay, in some situations they could recast, you know. But
I don't like
still.
recast. I don't like recast.
Me neither. I only think I only like I can only like tolerate recast if it's like absolutely necessary.
Like a baby
Yeah.
becoming an adult or something. That's okay.
Yeah.
But anything
Yeah, like
else,
with
it takes
Judith.
me. Yeah, anything else takes me out of the experience. I don't know. They can.
Yeah.
I would like a video game style or like you know what I mean, like the guys who make Until Dawn or Detroit Become Human. Like I want to see an animated Walking Dead story like that, and that way you don't have to
Same.
recast
Oh
anybody.
my god, I was thinking
Kind
about
of like
that. I was
like
thinking
the
about
Telltale
that a
games,
while
but on a
ago.
bigger scale, you know.
Exactly.
I would
Agreed.
love like
The
some
thing
kind
I
of
don't like-
like more full-on free roam Walking Dead game, kind of like Saints and Sinners, but on a much larger scale, where you have a huge map you can explore.
We've mentioned this a lot of times though, but The Walking Dead just needs like an open world game. It's that simple.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
I want
imagine, like-
Rockstar Games to make one because they're really
well,
good at
they
stuff
don't
like
make zombie stuff really. The only thing they did was Undead Nightmare for Red Dead, and that was 10 years ago.
Hey guys,
that. Yeah.
Yeah, Epic?
Yo.
that trailer for the season 10 was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Definitely. What did you guys? Okay. So the main thing I got from the trailer was the Maggie scene where she's talking to Daryl and she's like, you know, about Herschel, and she's like, you know, he asked how his daddy died, and I told him that he got what he deserved, like, and just like, man, that line, and you see Herschel sleeping, and it's
You know
just
what
like,
though? What gives me the chills in that scene is that when Maggie is explaining, like when she's telling Daryl that, they focus on Negan making Lucille in the flashback. That just gives me chills.
Yeah, like, do you think like Maggie has taught Herschel how to like fight and stuff? Like, do you think Herschel knows how to handle
yeah.
himself?
Yeah.
Oh
Is
yeah.
he gonna be like an AJ 2.0?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying if Herschel decides to give Negan the AJ treatment, like you know, like the
Yeah.
AJ Marlon treatment.
Yo, I heard
Herschel,
that theory.
Herschel just look at Herschel can look at the flowers, you know.
I
I
heard
don't think that
No,
would
no.
happen because
freaking
the whole
guys.
point, the reason
heard a
why
rumor.
AJ was
You know
the
what?
way he was because Clementine. My bad, but
No, I
the
loved
reason why AJ was,
AJ. I loved AJ. Just
I understand the way why he was is because like Clementine is a kid raising another kid. Maggie is a grown woman. She should know how to do that. Clem didn't really know how to do that because she was literally like a kid basically.
But I
So
think
of
as
course she can't really parent that
McClellan
good.
was raised just early on in it, really like survival is all she knows, you know?
Yeah, but we don't know
Yeah.
how Maggie raised Herschel exactly. We saw how bad
I
she did in the
mean,
comics.
maybe Home Sweet Home will focus on it. Like maybe we'll get a flashback where we see where they went with Georgie and all that. But
I just have a sad
Well, I
I'm
feeling
mean,
just
that like
saying
kid when she
Herschel
was
better
in
not hurt
prison.
Negan.
No, I
I
know.
think
I'm
Elijah
worried about it, but at the
And you know
same
what?
time, we do
You know
know that
what? I
Negan is
think
going to be in season 11, from what it sounds like. So if
Yeah.
it happens, it'll be in season 11.
I'm just
I
gonna take
think
this out of.
Like
you are aware, aren't you?
Wait, what?
so since we're on the topic of Negan, I'd like to bring up a little theory that I had, and this is a bit far-fetched, but
I've heard it. I think I know where you're going with this.
so in the trailer, we see a scene with Lucille shooting a walker.
Yeah.
And that guy who's like fighting with the walker, his clothing, does it really look like something somebody would be wearing early on? What if Lucille is actually alive and she gets the Michonne's daughter storyline?
That would be insane if they did that.
That would be crazy.
I don't see
It'd
it.
be very unlikely, but in a way, think about it. What if, because we know she survived into the apocalypse, unlike the comics, what if she was just dying and Negan was told by, Lucille to leave her? Negan
Wait,
leaves and he goes crazy, but then the Commonwealth finds Lucille.
okay,
No, because
it's kind of like the Morgan
said
Dwayne
he
theory.
had
Then
in the show. He says he
That
has.
would
Yeah,
be
but
crazy.
I feel it's more likely than the Morgan Dwayne theory, because Dwayne,
the
Dwayne
Morgan
makes no
Dwayne theory
sense.
just makes no sense because we know that Morgan
That's
saw
so
everything
annoying.
happen.
I'm getting
Yeah,
sick
he's
of
literally
those
said it.
people.
Yeah, but we don't.
All Negan said is that she died of cancer, that Lucille died of cancer, but in a way, like he could just
Yeah,
think
but
that
he
she did.
still
Hey
It's
guys,
definitely a dumb
still wouldn't
theory.
make
I
sense.
think
And I would like
like
to see that. That would ruin his character.
Hey, what do you think?
Well-
What do you guys think about the? What do you guys think is blowing up behind Maggie in the trailer?
I
look-
think
it looks
I
like
think that
some
might be a
kind of-
flashback. I think that
Of-
might be a
flashback?
flashback, honestly.
Okay,
I think it's
I
present.
did a trailer.
I think it's present too
I
because
did
he's
a
in the
trailer
same
break.
I
outfit.
think also. I think
Yeah,
also
maybe,
what it could
actually.
be is maybe like I don't know, maybe like maybe there was a bunch of like a big hurt behind them, and maybe like the ninja threw one of those like grenades into there, and like you just like telling them to dunk or something.
Yeah.
I did
Hey,
like
guys.
a trailer break. I did like
What'd you
a.
say?
I don't really like those people that keep on saying Dwayne is alive, because Morgan wouldn't lie about his son's death. He said he saw him get ripped
And
apart.
even like
But it would also just take
Uh,
Clear, and it would make Clear
so-
look like a bad episode.
and
at
plus
that point.
made him snap
yeah,
and go
like
crazy.
at least with the whole Lucille theory, like it's very far fetched, but it's not like
It's not
you know.
Morgan Dwayne perfect.
Like I personally like I don't think it's very likely. Like I think Madison coming back is more likely than this happening.
Well, I mean, they're really building it up to making it seem like Madison's actually going to return.
Like I don't
I'll
want
see
to
it when I see
full
it.
on get my hopes up because I feel in the end it's probably not gonna happen. But I just want to have hope that she's gonna return. Like
No,
I
but,
can
like,
live without Madison.
I remember
Especially with
even
season
Matt
6.
said this before. It's that it's like, honestly, Madison, like, coming back now, it actually probably wouldn't even be the greatest thing for the show.
Yeah, like
They should have did
obviously
that. Like
I'm
season
cool with her
5.
coming back, but like I'm not gonna have fit if she doesn't return. Like as long as season 6 is as good, it continues to be good as the
Well,
first half. I don't care.
People couldn't stand Madison, and then all of a sudden when she died, everybody's like, "Oh, she
Yeah.
was so great." It's like, where
Yeah.
is this coming from?
I don't. It was weird. It was kind of like, in a way, I think there's also a lot of people who hated Alicia. Kind of. I mean, like I hated Alicia at first too, but like, I think Alicia started to become more of a fan favorite after Madison's death.
Well, I mean, except for the tree painting, but aside from that, definitely.
Yeah, but season 4B, Alicia was fine in my opinion.
Well,
She was a bit
I mean,
tame, but
She kept
she
Charlie
was,
alive.
but like that one time when she's like, "We're not gonna find Morgan and the others. I'm gonna take you to the beach." It's like, wait, what? Like that made no
Oh,
sense.
Like,
I can't. With
in
Alicia,
my
man.
opinion, what they should have done is kept Madison, and since the actor for Nick wanted to leave, he should have gotten Madison's death.
Agreed. No, actually,
Hey,
I'm
guys.
gonna say that Nick should have died at the dam in season 3.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
because
That would have
I
been
understand
perfect.
that he would. I would understand that he would have had to die, because the actor wanted to leave. So even if Dave Erickson stayed, he would have died. But
No, but like honestly, the damn death is perfect because they were already getting us emotionally prepared for that. So why don't you just
yeah,
do it and get it over with, and then
Just
yeah,
have
do
a
it.
That would have
heroic
been
death?
too
and that's actually
many.
a good
But
idea.
that
And
would
then
have
in the
been
season
too many.
premiere, in the season 4 premiere, like we have a flashback of maybe Alicia walking like she's injured, and then she finds Nick and he's dying.
No, but like you guys know when Morgan
Many
and like
gifts for
Althea
season
and John are
3.
on the road, and
Yeah,
you have Nick, Luciana, Strand, and Alicia that come out.
yeah.
Honestly, you guys imagine if they just did that same thing, but instead of Nick pointing the gun towards Morgan, it's like Madison, like the big leader, comes out and points the gun at Morgan.
Yeah, yeah, and again, it's just like what if, and maybe, and what if like they're going after the proctors still? Maybe they're still hunting the proctors.
No, but like they just play this like special music for like Madison when she comes out and points the gun at Morgan or something, and it's just like this moment, like it's like the fear leader meets Morgan. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing. But I feel like that would have made more sense. Like it could have tied better. Like they could have done the kind of concept idea they wanted to do for season 4, but instead of like this like freaking group of loiterers, the vultures, they just kept the proctors in. And
Yeah,
now Madison, they want to get revenge on the proctors.
like maybe the
All right,
proctors like find the stadium or something, and they want to take it over from them.
hey,
Hey, Dan.
guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's so many people talking, I can't even keep up.
Sorry,
Sometimes I
sorry, I got
even talk
interrupted by
because
my
every
dad,
time I
but I'm
talk,
back.
Epic, what were you saying?
anytime like I talk, I get interrupted, and then when I start talking, I interrupt
Yeah, Epic.
somebody else, and
Yeah,
I
I
feel
know
so bad.
it's not really your fault, Ken. Like I feel like everybody's done at this point. It's just because there's so many people. It's hard to know when somebody's gonna talk.
I know.
So you don't
uh,
feel bad, Ken.
wait, guys. We kind of got off topic with the trailer.
Yeah, but yeah. Go
Oh,
ahead. What?
I was gonna say I did a trailer breakdown, but I deleted it. I was thinking I was gonna analyze it, and there's some scenes where like Daryl screaming, and the
I
background
like
it
how
kind of
everybody
looked like
just went
it was
quiet for a
destroyed.
second.
Oh, and everything was like, destroyed, and and then I think the explosion happened. So I think it could have been in present time. I mean, I don't think it would be. I
Yeah,
think
Epic.
it could.
Yo, what y'all think of this theory I got? I think that
Go ahead.
Aaron is going to die during the Russian roulette scene.
Who?
I
And then
mean,
Max
that's
I
was
think
one
in.
thing.
Aaron's
Like
gonna
it
die
looks
during the Russian
like
roulette.
because
Guys, I
that
can't
guy,
hear.
that guy is screaming 3, 2, 1, and he's aiming a shotgun.
And he's forcing
What if
them
he's
to.
like forcing? Yeah,
That's what I'm
exactly.
thinking. He's like forcing Aaron and Gabriel to play Russian roulette.
Yeah, like there's a
That would be
YouTuber
crazy.
who made a Telltale Games TV adaptation. This YouTuber called Expert Fusion, and he did like a Russian roulette scene.
Right.
Hey guys,
Yeah, Epic.
do you think that these bonus episodes will make season 10 the greatest season
Nah,
ever?
I
can't
think
say that
depending
without
on
No.
how they're executed, I don't think it'll make it the best season because season 9 is a very high bar for me. But I can
Yeah,
definitely say at least it'll boost it for sure.
I
'Cause
mean,
I
I
think
think it'll
season
boost it.
10.
I think it looks good, so I think it'll boost it. But I still have problems with the first half. That still is going to drag the season down. So it's still not going to be my
Yeah.
favorite, probably regardless.
I think it's in definitely the season 10 is definitely I say number 6 for me on on a scale of seasons, and this is ranking all the seasons from the franchise.
I would go a bit higher than 6, but it's definitely not like 1 or 2 for me. I'm just
For
gonna.
me okay, when we're going from the main show series, definitely season 9, but like if we're just going from the whole franchise, Fear season 3
I think
for me.
season 6 kind of
But I haven't
brought back the
rewatched
show to
Fear.
being
I'm
mainly
Team
about
Fear season 3 because
zombies.
maybe you're right. Maybe it is overrated.
It is. I like there are some good episodes. I'll give it that. There are some good episodes in that season. But like I don't know. I feel like that season gets too much fan support because there are still some boring episodes, to be honest.
No, don't
Which
get me
season?
wrong. There's times like my problem with season 3. The main issue I had is that basically every new character who was introduced died.
I know.
Yep.
That's actually another
Except
one
for
of
the
my big problems.
governor. That's it.
We're talking
Dan.
about we're talking about Fear.
You talk about fear.
What'd you say? Epic?
Hey Dan,
Yep.
But you're right
I'm
about Walking
excited
Dead
to
season
get to
3.
season 10 later this year.
No, I'm season 6 of Fear.
No, season 10.
Season
What
10
about
comes
season
out in
10? I
February.
still can't hear.
I'm excited to get The Walking Dead season 10 on DVD later this year.
Oh, me too, dude. I haven't. Dude, I
Yo,
got
don't
so
like
upset, like so bummed
That
out
stuff's
that I
gonna
couldn't.
cost. That's gonna cost money.
Dude,
isn't
but I was
season
like
10 on
so.
Netflix but only in America?
I
I'm not
was so
sure.
bummed out though that I couldn't like
It is
get
on
like
Netflix.
this like a new season of Walking Dead like this past year. It's gonna feel so good this year to actually get something new like Blu-ray wise.
For real, because I think like with when it comes to quality of the content, season 2020 was a pretty. Besides World Beyond, it was a good year, but like content, like amount of content, it was like
The
really a
quantity
big
of
drug.
it.
Especially with World Beyond being such a downer, I don't even want to count that as a Walking Dead show. So
I just
if you think about it, we only besides World Beyond, we only had 13 episodes of The Walking Dead this year.
But honestly,
No,
let's
15.
be honest though. Like it's kind of terrible that World Beyond got delayed from the spring because it's like World Beyond gets delayed, but then we finally see it after all these months, and it's still bad. Like if they made us wait so long.
And think about it. You know why they delayed They only delayed World Beyond so they could air it at the same time as season 10, episode 16.
I know. I still
It's
have a
like they
feeling
knew
those
it was gonna
episodes are
suck.
actually ready. That's the crazy.
They knew
part.
it was like they knew it was gonna suck. You know?
They should have just aired it during the like like after
Yeah.
episode 15, the tower. Just start airing it. Like honestly.
Even if it did suck, like at least we would have had something to watch. You know?
I know because the spring just got like so like randomly out of nowhere boring. You know.
Yeah, like I remember I was playing with my friends and then like I see on YouTube Walking Dead season 10 finale delayed and I look at it like holy shit.
I know,
Oh,
and it's
man,
like you
language.
just see you see the like season 6 like 30-second trailer and stuff, and it says coming this summer, and it's like man, that was a
Yeah.
lot too.
Yeah, well I don't think it was intentional. I think they actually legit were aiming for the summer, but I think it just like they couldn't finish post production on the first few episodes.
Well, I think they probably assumed when they said coming this summer, they're just like, okay, we're only going to be in lockdown for like a couple weeks, and then we'll be back. So how about
Yeah,
summer?
probably.
You know,
Like
and
they
then
probably
it's
thought
finally
like
get to like June, July, August, and they're like, okay, we got to push it.
I'm sure in their eyes that they back when they originally delayed like The Walking Dead and all that, they thought that season 6 of Fear would have been finished by 2021 before
Yeah.
2021.
I think I know why they delayed it. It was for that last scene of Lydia throwing the mask off, but I don't remember who said this. But I feel like them bringing back the whispers
Yeah.
kind of just ruins that scene.
It's kind of funny how like if it wasn't for COVID, we'd probably be getting news about season 7 of Fear right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
I need
we'll
to.
be out.
Like we'd probably, depending on the release date, we'd probably be getting our first screenshots of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, another thing about the trailer that I really like though is that like when we were seeing this trailer, I just like I love how they do it to where like Negan, like he has like dyed hair and like Ryan said he's using a gun for once. Like that's just crazy.
Yeah, not to mention like all these episodes, these 6 new episodes, they seem all of them to be 100% original content. Besides maybe the Commonwealth episode, it seems
I
to
know.
all be 100% common, and it just shows like episodes like No Sanctuary, if they really apply themselves. Episodes with original content exclusive to the show can be really good, and they don't have to follow the comic.
Well, dude, I remember when I was watching the trailer, I remember it threw me off when I first started it to hear Lance's voice. And it's like, wow.
Yeah, which is what I liked about the rewrite, Dan. Like you took like you took like all the best stuff from the show and the comic and put them in one.
I also tried my best to like with this took more time, but like I tried to add a few other things that weren't from either one, like the show or the comic.
Yeah, like that's good too. Like you added your own spice in it, but you just overall you put like all the best stuff together and you put in your own little things to make it more unique, and it came out perfect. And I'm sure the episode 15 and 16 are going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I just try to add the most entertaining and also the stuff that would work better for the show.
Hey
Yeah,
Dan.
when a YouTuber
You know it,
with
Dan.
not even 1,000 subscribers writes the show better than you.
Hey
Hey,
Dan.
Dan.
Like, for real, I think if this was like if you actually were like the showrunner for season 7, this would have been way better than the actual season 7 and 8.
Well, I just
So-
tried to do it to where like I could keep the things that would also because the show was popular in season 6, and the way they did the season 7 premiere is part of why the show went down in ratings. So that's why I really wanted to fix the season 7 premiere and then go from there, because I just wonder, like, if the season 7 premiere would have gone more of this way, would that audience still be as big?
Yeah, because I think Walking Dead was at its peak around season 6 when it comes to viewers. I think that was the peak of the show.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because even if they just did Abraham, like, I still feel like the audience would be like, okay, maybe we could have seen more, but like, I'm happy, but I'm not like mad at the show because they at
Yeah,
least kept Glenn, you know?
plus
Like,
you kept Glenn around, and I'm glad. Like Glenn is a character that really
yeah,
Well, then what
Glenn
would
is a
be the
character I
point
kept
of the
around just because
cliffhanger,
I feel
though?
like that character just has more story than honestly I feel like Gimple thought he did.
like
Because honestly, I feel like it was just so like cliche that they had to do it like the comic, you know?
because one thing I find
I
that show
think the cliffhanger. What was the point of the cliffhanger if Abraham, like the whole, like they should have just killed Abraham in the season 6?
Yeah,
And I mean,
I
what's
just think that the Glenn death, honestly, just it was too predictable. That was the main reason why I changed it. I just think, like, honestly, who was the main person everybody was talking about that they think it was going to be during the
I
break?
thought it was gonna be
Dude, I think it's
Abraham. I didn't
Glenn. I
read the
think it's going to be
comics.
Glenn. Like, there was so much of that what if it just didn't happen? I just feel like that would have been, it would have had more of an impact because nobody would have
yeah, and think
expected, you
about
know,
it. It's not like it
yeah.
would
I
have been
thought it
hard
was
to do.
Abraham.
Like the comics, like Sophia and Andrea, they outlived their comic counterparts. It would have been nice to have a character in the show who completely
Man,
outlived their comic counterpart. Like yes, they're like Ezekiel and Rosita, they've outlived their comic characters.
Morgan.
yeah,
Yeah,
Morgan.
Morgan.
Carol.
But Morgan
Carol.
didn't really do crap in a show. I mean, and no, not a show. Morgan didn't do crap in the comics really. Like same for Father Gabriel. Like let's be honest, Father Gabriel had no reason to exist in the comics.
I
Hey
know,
guys,
because honestly, even Morgan, like Morgan had good scenes in the show, but like even bad scenes that Morgan had in the good in the main show were still like well done by the actor. That's the thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Lenny James, like especially like Lenny James, he's like pretty much think about it, he's one of the why am I saying Lenny James? Morgan is one of the first characters we saw on the show.
Huh?
You know?
Yeah.
hey guys.
Like
Just one of them is. What's up, Ryan?
Well, a couple things. One, I just want to let you guys know, I think I want to give the stream another 30 minutes before I end it.
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Cool, man.
And
All right.
also, I mean, it was like 5 minutes before I got a chance to talk, so I guess I just wanted to let you guys know that you know.
Sorry,
I'm
man.
still, thanks.
Sorry,
So I want to talk a little bit about season 11. So first off, for Dan, it's crazy, but Dan, did you know? Okay, so if you combine season 7 and 8, like you did in your rewrites, based on off the comic material, that would basically mean that season 10 would have been the last season. So like instead of season 11, being the last season, like the show might have just ended if Scott Gimple actually did what you did.
I mean,
Which is-
let's be honest though. Like, I mean, I can't confirm anything obviously because we've got to see these next 2 episodes to find out what's coming next. But I will agree with you that there are, if we shrunk that down, yeah, we probably would only have about 10 seasons. But the thing is that how those seasons are done, that also would be interesting because would the Whisper War go maybe a bit quicker? Would we maybe have a quicker build up to that? So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely 10 seasons at the very least. That's for sure.
Yeah. Not to mention there's certain characters like obviously it's too early to tell since there's still 2 episodes, but we have characters who right now who are still alive, like Carl's still alive, Glenn's alive.
Sasha.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
Sasha.
Sasha's alive, right, Dan?
Yep, Sasha's alive. Sasha's alive. Carl's alive, and Glenn's alive.
Glenn. Yeah, and
a
Tara,
bunch
and
of
also,
other
but Tara's dead. Tara's dead also. So think about there's some stuff in season 9 that can happen for her, and also
Well-
what's gonna happen with Rick,
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to confirm anything because I've said it before. The way this season ends does have a connection into something else, but I'm not going to confirm if that's what the next rewrite is or if it's something I'm going to do in the future.
Well, do you think you're gonna do more rewrites? Like, do you think you'll do rewrites for stuff other than Walking Dead in the future, and maybe do your own original series?
I would like to do more rewrites for other things, but it just depends on the audience and how many people support it. Because with The Walking Dead, I know that people are interested, so that's what makes me do it. But with other
Yeah.
shows, it just depends on how much demand there is because it is a lot of
But
work.
but you would attract the you. Let's say you did like obviously I don't think the show needs a rewrite, but let's say for example you wanted to do a rewrite for Stranger Things, you'd be attracting Stranger Things fans. You know, you'd be attracting a new audience.
Yeah, if I had to rewrite a season of Stranger Things, I'd probably target more towards season 3 because I feel like that's the season that needs the most help.
Three
But
was
even
my
then,
favorite
it's
season.
Stranger Things overall is a solid show. All 3 seasons were solid, and I don't think they necessarily need fixing.
You know
Three
what?
was my
The
favorite
thing I would
season.
change the most about Stranger Things is how much they spoil stuff in their trailers, to be honest.
Oh yeah, the trailers reveal are way too revealing in my opinion.
Oh, I know. Like at the end of season 1, they make us think Eleven's just gone, and then in the season 2 trailer, they just show her. It's like, are you kidding me?
Hey guys,
Yeah, and same for season
Well,
4.
well, it was
Same for season 4 with Hopper. You know,
obvious
like
he was
they.
alive because Hopper.
Yeah, I
Agreed.
mean, it was obvious that he was alive at the end of season 3, but regardless, like that trailer with the snow, you know.
By the way,
Yeah.
guys, I think Brian's trying to say something.
Yeah, go ahead, Brian.
hey Dan, you have a question by DeRosa. He says, Dan, are you going to ever do a timeline video?
A timeline video. You know, honestly, I think you could give me time. I hope that you guys can be patient with me on this one because it would definitely take time. But I would probably do a timeline video that probably would be close to about an hour when we actually analyze everything. But honestly, give me time and I may actually do it, to be honest.
Well, I
Yo,
think
Dan.
if you're gonna go through with it, I think you should include World Beyond and Fear the Walking Dead as well. Just include the entire franchise.
Oh yeah,
Just so you don't have to,
that's
like-
why the video would be so long because I would have to literally analyze everything, you'll pretty
Not
much
to
every
mention-
episode and every series.
Does Fear Season 6 happen before or after Rick's departure? Because I think it's like
See,
8
it's
months
after.
after
I think
season 5.
No, I think it's
a
around the
little
same
bit
time.
after, but it's what Brian just said. I think it's near like the same time.
I think the Morgan episode, the first episode with Morgan and the second episode, I think those were before, but I think when we jumped a few months, with the John episode, because you mentioned it's been like 8 months.
Yeah, there definitely is a time skip there, but
Well,
see, this
I
is
don't
why
know,
it would
'cause
take
he
a while
said-
because I would have to go through everything and really make sure I get everything right because it's so easy to miss a time skip sometimes.
Oh
But
yeah.
one thing that confuses me though, also, he
Yeah,
says
no,
that like it's been like 200x something days, but he didn't say like it's been that long since he arrived to Lon. He just says there
Right.
has been that many deaths. So
You know,
He could've just arrived
honestly,
there.
though, this is a flaw that I have with season 6, and this is a flaw that I remember Brian mentioned before as well. But like, where was John in episode 2 when Strand and Alicia were there?
I don't know.
It's,
Yo,
it's
Dan.
just weird.
I honestly
Yeah,
don't
but-
care.
or,
I
I
love
don't
how
care.
like
Yeah, I got a suggestion
I love
for
how.
you, like, cool video
Go
idea.
ahead.
Yeah, Matt?
I was thinking something cool, like top if like there's not enough shows maybe, but you could even do like a top 5 or like top 5 or 10 like community made shows. I think that'd be cool, like in the showrunners community.
Oh, that would be awesome. I mean, I would
Well,
have
I
to
think you
like
should just
that's
do a
the-
ranking. I think you
That
should
would
just
be
do
the-
all of them ranked.
That would be the problem though, because like I would love to do that, and I think I might actually do that, but I don't know about top 10 because I don't know if there's that many to like in terms of like the showrunner community. I think there's definitely 5, but I don't know if there's 10. I'd have to think
Well,
about it.
I think Dan, maybe what we could do is just rank them. Just be like ranking all the all the showrunner community shows.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think,
Well, I think
yeah,
you
I
should
definitely
ask-
know my top few, but like it's hard to like remember if there's 10. Because if there's 10, I
Well,
think I
go
can
to
definitely do
everybody,
it.
I'd say, and like ask them if they want their show to be included on the list, because maybe some of them don't want to want it
Yeah.
to be included. So I
I
think like
would-
ask everybody first
you
before
guys-
including it.
The problem is though, if I
If
did
you-
that list, I would have to make sure to watch the show before I could actually rate it and stuff.
Yeah, like so I'd say obviously
you
you have to
got-
wait till wait till all the current seasons of it, what everybody's doing is wrapped up. So like humanity, survival of the fittest, the plague. Wait for
Yeah,
those to
I
wrap
mean,
up.
honestly, guys, I can definitely promise to do a top 5 because that's very easy. But for a top 10, I would have to explore how many shows there actually is right now.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I think if
But yeah,
you
top
did,
5
if you
definitely.
did that,
yeah,
Heck
it'd be
yeah.
cool to see.
I've done stuff like that before. You do
Yeah.
that like when I used to do that like a long time ago, but when I used to do it, people would
What,
get
Rowdy, were
disoffended
you
by
trying to
my
say something?
opinion, and that's like the hard
Yeah,
thing
that's
about
one
it.
thing, but I don't think because everybody in this community is overall friendly. Like I don't think like Dan. I don't think anybody's gonna get salty if their series is low on the list or not on the list. You know?
No, that's
Yeah.
the thing because I mean, you guys
Yeah,
know this is probably the main thing I always tell people about my channel is that I am very honest. I don't sugarcoat anything, and
exactly.
what you see on that list is just my opinion. You know, it's nothing against
And I'm
any of the
glad.
shows. Every show is
And
unique in their own
hey,
way.
you
Agreed.
like actually liking my the first episode of my series means a lot. Like especially because I thought you were gonna have issues with it. Like you're gonna like trash on it like you did with World Beyond, but
No, dude, you're doing good so far. I gotta say, just from the first episode, there's already things I'm like kind of wondering, like, okay, how's
well,
this gonna
because
go?
one thing I'll say is I feel like my main issue is with the way I'm explaining it. Like I feel like I struggle a bit with that, but that's something that's gonna come with time, you know?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, that was my problem too. Like, it took a while for me to get used to kind of my rewrites every week, and once I got a hang of it, it got easy every week to to speak and to do the
Well,
editing and stuff. You know,
Dan, while we're here, do you have any critique possibly? Like I would like to use whatever I could.
critique on the first episode.
Yeah. Like
I
what could I
think
do better?
yeah. I think in terms of like critiques, I don't want to go too much into it because I'm sure Brian wants to talk more. But honestly, like if you wanna talk more, I would love to like message you and talk a little bit more about kind of what I like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I know Brian probably wants to get back to the stream.
Yeah, but
Do you guys like play Minecraft at all?
yeah,
Know about it? I used to do role plays like Crafting Dead and stuff. You
same.
guys should like try to like watch some Crafting Dead because
I
or review
remember.
them.
Do any of you remember SGC Barbarian's Crafting Dead series?
Yes, I loved his series, and there's
Why
another
did he
person called
end it?
Famous
Like he could have done the
Sims.
last episode, like the last episode of the final season, but now
Few
there's no
a year,
ending.
like a few months ago on his community, he said, "Do y'all want to see a final episode?" But he still hasn't
Really?
done it. And there's another YouTuber called Famous Films, and he's still
Yeah,
doing it, but he posts one episode every like 5 months.
yeah. His and that one. I'll be honest, that one sucks. His series sucks. I hate to say
I
it.
don't think
Hey
it's
guys,
bad. I think the beginning was terrible.
Go ahead.
But I don't.
Brian's trying to talk, guys.
thanks guys. I was just wondering if you guys want to talk about season 11. So season 11 is gonna have
Yeah, go
20.
ahead.
Season 11 is gonna have 24 episodes. It's premiering
Yeah.
October this year.
Technically, it's just.
And it's adapting issues 175 to 193. That's less than 20
Yeah.
issues, and they got 24 episodes. How do you guys think
What?
they're gonna pull that off?
Well,
I
I
like
feel
the
like
show.
it's gonna be more. I don't think it's just gonna be the Commonwealth. I feel we're actually gonna see more with other matters. Like we're actually gonna see like Alexandria and like Hilltop still. We're not just gonna be full blown Commonwealth for all of season 11 like we were in the show
Agreed.
and in the
Well,
comics.
also, you guys got to remember, we're also going to have to see. I mean, I don't know if they're going to do this. It's possible maybe they'll change it, but they may do the Hilltop kind of the rebuilding at Hilltop at some point as well.
I don't know. I think but the thing is though, Hilltop in the show was way more destroyed than it was in the comic.
That's true. I could see them just leaving it at the same time, but
Yeah,
I don't know,
because-
something about them rebuilding it because I felt like it looked really cool once it was done. I just wish there was a way for them.
Yeah,
to
they fought off the Whisperers in the comic. They didn't in the show. Like in the comic, did they win the fight?
Yeah,
And that
exactly.
just pushed the Whisperers back.
In the show, they just did a cheap. The fight just ends like off screen and stuff.
Yeah, like that's what bothers me. Like that's my main issue with like season 10. Like the first half was just overall a really big slow burn, and the second half main issue, kind of a lack of deaths. A lot of the scenes like felt really cut short, like the Battle of Hilltop and the Negan versus the Beta thing. I thought it was still cool, and I'm not necessarily mad that it wasn't Negan that killed him, but I just felt that they could have had a bit more between Negan and Beta.
Well, the thing that disappointed me is that it's like you just said, the deaths. Like it's like, honestly, when you have a death that takes up like a quarter of the episode about Earl, like that's when you've hit rock bottom in terms of character deaths.
Like I'm not saying like I'm not trying to sound like a sociopath in a way that I want people to die, but if nobody big dies for like X amount of time, it kind of ruins attention.
No,
Like,
I get it.
I know
But-
we talked about this before, but one issue I have that is like the whole like how they announced the Carol Daryl spinoff before the finale. I
Like,
low-key
what
think
was the?
if I watched the if I watched the episode without knowing that, I would have thought Carol was about to get killed off.
Everybody thought that. Literally, I was
You
watching
know?
people's reactions. I was watching people's reactions, and they were like when she was walking, they were like, oh, they were like not words. They were like, you're getting a spinoff, so I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Like obviously, like I think most people would have been like, yeah, she's gonna survive, but it ruins the tension, you know?
If she died like that, I would have been mad. That's like a. But season 10, episode 12, I think was one of the most deadliest episodes because they killed like 3 characters off, and those 3 characters weren't even like. I guess Earl wasn't that important. He would still.
Yeah.
He's talked more than Scott, and Gamma
Gamma, I mean
died.
Gamma too. Gamma was fine, but she wasn't necessarily like a huge character, you know?
Yeah.
But like kind of how we were talking about like season like specific characters, I feel like Gamma shouldn't have died personally. I feel like Gamma had more potential.
Yeah, that death was so too quick.
And Thora Birch, amazing actress. She deserves so much more on the show, and I really hope we get a Tales episode about Gamma.
You know what's annoying is that they killed Gamma off, but they decided to leave Virgil alive.
Freaking yeah, like just the guy like who went with Michonne, the dude who like drugged her and like. And okay,
The fact
wait.
that
Also,
they,
biggest question:
let Michonne
how the hell
stay
did he get back to Oceanside? Michonne took the only working boat. Did he swim?
Yo,
did he take like?
but
Did he speak to the
This is what
CRM?
annoys me is the fact that okay, 1 second please, thank you. Okay, my problem with Virgil is that Michonne spared his life, and that is very out of character for Michonne to do something like that after her life's been threatened like that. That's what I'm saying.
You know,
Yeah, stop.
my problem with Virgil is just one simple word: yawn.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the same thing. Like, I mean, okay, I don't think I love Connie, but she's not like a character who I would give up on the show if she died. Like, I mean, no character I would give up on the show. Like, let's say even if like Daryl died, like I'd be pissed, but like I've come so far, and there's only one season left.
Yeah, I agree. Hey guys,
Yeah,
I was
she's really became a fan favorite real quick. She's one of like the most quick to rise to a fan favorite character in the show.
hey guys. I was wondering. Let's see, how much time do we still have for the stream? Oh, we
Like
got about
10
15 minutes.
about.
We got about 15 minutes. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, sorry we keep cutting you off, Brian. Go ahead. Say what you need to say.
Oh, hold on. Dan asks also, Brian, what episode will we be doing next? I think Epic. So Epic wanted me to do TS19, the season 1 finale. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That
a
works
good
for me.
one.
I think I suggested it before, but after that, can we do the Grove?
I think so. Yeah. Just remind me in the next stream so I don't forget. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. That sounds good.
Yeah,
So-
TS19 would be great.
I think I'll send you the thumbnail again. But
Oh,
yeah, Grove. When are we gonna do the next stream?
I'm thinking next week, either Monday or Tuesday.
Perfect.
Like,
so like not
around
this, so
18.
so it's gonna be over a week before we do another stream.
I mean, okay, so it's Saturday. So like, no, like maybe like Saturday. So 2-3 days. So yeah, like
Oh.
I try to do a stream once minimum, but at least for the most part twice a week. So
Okay,
uh,
perfect.
so
That
I was
works, man.
wondering. Sound great, guys. Thanks. So we only have about 13 minutes left, and I just want to list off some characters, and I just want to get your guys' opinion if you think they're safe for the rest of season 10 as well as season 11. So
Okay.
Judith, RJ, and these are for alive characters. Alive characters.
Save,
Yeah, Judith, RJ, safe.
save, 100%.
Yeah, I agree. Carol, Daryl, we know they're safe. They confirmed the show. Maggie is also safe, I would say.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're not
Yeah.
gonna kill her when she just returns.
Yeah, nah.
Yo, did you guys know that Negan is going to be on the Daryl show?
I
Yeah,
didn't see anything on that.
I've been hearing that.
He better be like. Imagine like me. I mean, that would be weird though, because if that's the case, that would mean like Daryl and Negan are friends.
Well, they kind of
Yeah.
are already. Like the episode 14.
Well, but I don't
stuff,
think they're
right?
friends. I think Daryl just like in a way can tolerate him, and like he understands like Negan's different, but he's never gonna forgive him. You know, Daryl's not that person. He's never gonna forgive him
No.
for what he did to Glenn, and like for what
I-
Negan did to him.
I agree. It's not like friends for me. I think it's more so just like he's like, okay, you saved my life, fine, I'll deal with you, but like I don't like you, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Eugene and Rosita, we all thought Rosita was gonna die or something like that because
Yeah.
she was in the show, but I don't see them killing either of them off.
I honestly, Rosita, maybe Rosita, but honestly, I think I'm just saying that because I don't like Rosita at all. So,
Father Gabriel, I'm 50-50
Father
with him.
Gabriel,
Gabriel's gonna die.
he's a possibility.
Yeah.
He will die, in my opinion.
Okay. So we have our favorite Alexandrian, Aaron. Okay, Aaron. I think Aaron. Wait, what? Oh yeah. So I think Aaron is safe. I don't think they're gonna kill him off in the last couple episodes.
Yeah,
I think Aaron's gonna get hit by the. I think he's gonna get killed during Russian roulette.
We shall see.
maybe maybe whoever's there, like it might be like Aaron and Gabriel.
Dude,
maybe one of them dies.
That's gonna be such an intense scene when you've got like Aaron got the revolver to his head screaming, and Robert
And there's
Patrick's
tense
like
music.
counting down and like pulling the shotgun at him.
I
we
actually
don't
think
know who's
that,
gonna
like,
die.
I don't want to bring up a like because it seems like actually it's an unpopular opinion, but I think that because it's in the trailer, I'm just saying. I think because it's in the trailer, I just don't think Aaron's gonna die. I feel like everybody's now like waiting for that, and this is what Walking Dead does to us. It just makes us think it.
True
I
enough.
guess we'll see
Yeah.
though. But I think Aaron.
It'll
I think
come
like
close,
either Aaron or Gabriel. One of them. I don't think both of them will survive the series though.
All right, so we have some more minor characters, but who are Alexandrians. Okay, so we have Scott.
Alive, 100%.
Alive.
He's gonna survive to the end.
President of the Commonwealth.
Okay, we have Coco, Rosita's baby. She's gonna survive.
She'll survive.
Probably, yeah. I don't think the show would go dark enough to kill a baby.
Now here's I agree. And now here's someone a lot of us probably don't know very well. Kyle.
Who the heck
What the hell is a Kyle?
What is Kyle?
Kyle.
What the hell is a Kyle?
He's an Alexandrian. He's like one of the 3 or so left. Like it's
Wait,
crazy.
Why am I forgetting who this is?
What the heck? Who the heck is Kyle?
I'm looking at his. I'm looking at him right now in the wiki.
Post his picture in the chat, bro. Who the
I was gonna
frick
say,
is this
Brian,
guy?
please let us know because I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm posting a picture of him right now in the Discord. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. It was supposed to do an image. No, that's not it. That's not Kyle. That's why did it?
Oh, dude.
Wait.
What?
Dang it! Why did it do it like that?
Guys, that's Kyle, everybody. It's an old lady.
No,
What the fuck?
that is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Seriously. Okay.
What the hell? That's so cursed.
I don't know what is going on. I'm going. Okay. You know
Who's
what?
more cursed than a freaking Virginia profile pic from a few days ago?
Okay, hold on. Let me try this again.
That was the best, dude.
There it is. There's
No.
Kyle. I'm sorry
Who
about
the
that.
heck
Dude,
is that?
I have never seen this dude in my life.
Yeah, he's alive.
How long has he been around?
Season 6.
Guys, forget Scott. This is the new like character that's gonna get a bunch of like talk.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
who the hell? Like, at least Kyle, not Kyle, at least Scott, we knew his name, and we've seen him, but
At least
Who
he's
the heck is this?
recognizable. Like,
Wait,
what?
Brian, what episode was this guy in like most recent, if you can remember?
it should say on the wiki. I can check for you guys. It'll say,
I honestly don't know. Let's see. He was in. Okay.
I'll check. I'm checking.
Last
episode he was in
the tower. No
the
lines.
tower.
He had no lines.
Yeah, the tower.
He had no lines or
guys.
anything.
No lines. He hasn't spoken a single line in the whole show.
Okay, but wait, when was his introduction episode though?
First time again, the season 6 premiere.
Okay, what on earth?
Oh, my lord, who is
What the
this
heck?
guy?
Who the heck is Kyle?
Just when you
Oh.
think this is like you know this show super well, and then you just have Kyle. It's like nope.
I know. I go
Kyle,
through this a
oh my
lot,
God.
guys.
I
go
love
through
how,
this a
like,
lot.
That's like a person he brings up to, like Brian
Yo.
just brings up freaking Kyle out of everybody. Like, yeah, this character is. How is this gonna be so important? Like, at least Scott, like, we can recognize him. You know, like,
I
oh
was
shit,
gonna
Scott
say.
said.
I'm a Walking
Dude,
Dead
Scott is
super
just
fan.
becoming famous.
Yo, I'm a Walking Dead super fan. I know every character. Kyle, hold my beer.
I know. I was gonna say, like, I can't even.
This
Dude,
is
I thought I knew
guys.
everybody. I guess I don't.
Kyle's a freaking meme now.
Straight
Oh my
up.
goodness,
Oh my
yeah.
The man, the myth, the
The
legend.
freaking, I can't get over the old lady though.
Dang it! I literally sent the link to Kyle, but it somehow took it there. I don't know how that
Dude,
happened.
that old lady is like secretly a character as well.
Yeah.
I think I know who she is. I think she's dead. The character is dead, but I think like
It's Kyle in disguise, guys.
Oh my goodness.
it's Kyle.
All right, guys. Let's continue before we go crazy because yeah, I know it's funny, but
I'm going
we're,
crazy
like-
because I just don't even remember this guy.
Straight up.
so okay, so we have Negan, Alden, and Gracie. Okay, so Negan, I think he's
Negan survives.
Alive. Negan will be a
Alden,
survivor.
Alden, Dwight's death, and Gracie. I thought if she was gonna, I think she would have died in 10-16. Honestly,
She'll survive.
yeah,
Oh,
she'll
yeah.
survive.
In my opinion,
it would have
though-
been interesting. It could have been nice, like to go like really dark and kill her off because The Walking Dead hasn't killed off like a young character in a very long time.
In
Well, I
my
mean,
opinion,
Carl,
who's primed for the freaking Dwight death is Magna.
Yeah, I could see that because she acts
okay.
very
I
like
hate
rational.
her. I hate Magna.
Same.
She
alright.
is so irritating. Like Magna, don't get me wrong, Magna's really like is a hot character, but she just drives me nuts.
Hey,
Yo, her personality sucks.
I totally
I know.
agree.
Yeah, she just pisses me off.
I
We're gonna
loved it
talk
when
about
Daryl just finally said, like, "What's your problem?" You know?
Agreed.
Yeah, like she's like, okay, yes, it was nice, how she called out Carol, but still, like, she has no right to say that when she was being reckless herself,
Especially when
Exactly.
she was stealing supplies from the hilltop too. and all
Yeah,
that
like she has
stuff.
no right. She has no right to be calling Carol for being selfish and reckless.
Because
Yeah.
she's doing the exact same thing.
The same bullcrap.
Exactly.
Hey,
It was
Alright.
just
oh, sorry guys. I just wanted to continue forward. And like, yeah, I don't know if you guys want to do this in another stream, just like in the Discord, we'll just like I'll just post a picture of a character and like you have to recognize them. Like
yeah,
like
be
Kyle.
honestly, like I feel, yeah, just like post some random like.
Post like the
Yo.
biggest like F tier character yet.
I was gonna say, do somebody completely
F
random.
tier, F tier, freaking Kyle. This is a damn Z tier we're talking about.
Kyle's
Yeah.
S tier, bro.
Okay.
Thousand characters that could beat Thanos without the Thanos, even with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Okay,
Yeah, we
so
hear you.
okay, so we have Birdie, Marco, and Herschel from the Hilltop.
Like Baby Herschel.
Yeah.
Birdie, she hasn't done much. I don't think anything will happen to her.
It's like why didn't they kill her
Herschel-
off? Yeah. Herschel.
Herschel, he'll be
Herschel's
fine. Marco, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
We've seen
Marco's
Marco
still
around
alive.
a little bit, so. What?
Oh, I think Matt said he's shocked that Marco is still alive. He was in the finale.
Yeah, I mean, to be real though, we should be shocked that most of these characters are alive, like Scott and freaking Kyle.
I mean,
Bro,
Kyle, man.
Scott's invincible, man. Scott and Kyle.
Yo,
are
guys,
like
your
the ultimate
homework.
force.
This is your homework for tonight, guys. You gotta go watch one of the episodes he's in. You gotta find Kyle.
It's like, where's Waldo? Where's Kyle?
Exactly. Where's Kyle?
Dude, I'm seriously gonna check first time again to see where this dude is.
Yeah,
Yes.
same.
And then just post a
Imagine-
picture.
Yo, imagine someone out there makes like a Kyle tribute,
Oh my goodness.
and it's like
Okay.
really random, zoomed in background scenes with terrible quality.
Freaking-
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
that-
sorry. I'm sorry, Ken.
wait. Oh, wait. Ken's here. Oh, I didn't know Ken rejoined the chat. So okay. So now we have Ezekiel and Diane, as well as
Ezekiel
Jerry and his family.
Diane.
As well as
I
Jerry
think
and his family.
I think Ezekiel could die.
Me too. What do you guys think? Jerry, Diane, Ezekiel, and Jerry's family. Do you guys think they're safe? I think Ezekiel's gonna die. I think Diane has a good chance, but I'd say Jerry and his family are safe. They're
Jerry's
lucky,
gonna
man.
survive.
They're lucky, man.
Jerry's a
Ezekiel, in
fan
my
favorite.
opinion-
Like he's too much of a culturally loved character to be killed off, in my opinion.
In my opinion, Ezekiel isn't gonna get killed from his cancer. I think he might
Possibly.
get. I think he's gonna get shot by the Commonwealth.
I think he could get.
Oh,
I
you-
think no. I think
I
think people will
Ezekiel's gonna
die.
like a random death that'll happen throughout season 11, and it'll be a big moment.
Yeah.
like I think Leia, her name is. I think she'll die probably. I think she's gonna be like a
Here's-
one episode character.
Same thing with Robert Patrick, probably.
Oh, Robert Patrick's probably gonna be a one episode thing.
Dude,
Yeah,
he
kind
may
of
not even
like-
last the whole episode, if that.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
So now we're moving on to Oceanside real quick. Okay, so there's Rachel, Jules, and Cindy. Now for Cindy, she is not going to die because the actress, I don't
cares?
think she's even going to show up. So
No, she's not loyal. Dude, guys, you remember I told you
Yeah,
guys
what
that I
happened?
literally-
What
I
happened
literally-
with that?
Guys, like, I'm not even joking. I told you guys this before, but I messaged the actress on Instagram. And, like, I was like, is
Oh
Cindy coming
yeah,
back? And
forgot about
she-
that. We were talking about that.
And she, like, hearted my comment, but she didn't answer. I'm like, dude, what the heck?
Is she like on bad terms with the showrunners or something?
I don't know, because she hearted my comment, but didn't answer. I'm like, okay, so you saw it, but, like, you didn't answer. It's just so weird.
Corey Hawkins 2.0. Okay, I'm just
I
kidding.
Oh my god.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
weird.
but
All right. So
guys, let Ken talk. He has something to say.
oh, okay. Ken, are you there, man?
Brian can't. Yo, Ken. Brian can't hear you. It's why he's been talking over you.
Yeah, we can't really hear you too well, man.
Yeah, just if anything, leave and join back.
Yeah, try joining back.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, last thing we have Magna's group. Okay, so Magna,
Yeah.
I think they're gonna kill her off. Luke, I think he has a
Magna's
good
a
chance.
chance.
I think Kelly. I think she's the
Kelly
type of
should
character
die
who.
because she's so useless, in my
Get
opinion.
rid
But
of
honestly,
Kelly.
I'm not saying like I think she could die, but honestly, she kind of grew on me in season 10. Like in like this episode of the cave, Kelly was actually a really like awesome character in that episode.
I
don't
could
know,
agree with
she's
that
still just
personally.
not doing enough for me.
Okay, what do you
she's
guys
not
think of
really-
this
she's
theory
definitely
I
the
got?
most. Go ahead.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so this is my theory. 11A isn't gonna fully be like Commonwealth stuff. Here's what I'm thinking is,
I
for
don't
the
think
first,
11
like-
is going to be Commonwealth all. I think it's
What-
going to
what
be
I-
like
well, that's what I'm saying. Like 11A, in my opinion, from episodes 1 through 8, is gonna have a lot of Virgil stuff in it. In my opinion,
Ye-
it'll be
well,
them
not
trying
a
to
lot,
find.
but I think Virgil will be in it.
And I think Virgil will die in the mid-season finale of season 11,
Maybe.
episode 8, and they'll get Connie
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Well, the
not
question
gonna,
is Herschel good or bad? You know, and not Herschel. Is Virgil going to be good or bad? Because it looked like he might have been good at the end of the Michonne episode, and
Nah.
he just was lonely.
Nah, they're
I-
gonna use
I
him as a
disagree.
threat, to be honest. I just don't
Because
think they're gonna do the whole
the way-
he's a good guy after all this.
Well, remember Dan when he like looks down like from his horse, and he didn't look like he had like a face of mercy.
No, he didn't. He had a face of like, I'm gonna drug this one now.
Yep,
you know?
exactly.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I
Poor
agree.
Connie. Like she does not deserve that. Connie is like
I remember when I saw Virgil for the first time in like episode 16, or not the first time, but like when he ran into Connie. I'm just like, I remember the words I was saying. Oh, here we go again. Like,
I was like, you
CJ.
mofo.
CJ.
I
Oh
know.
shit. Here we go again.
Yeah.
Any more death
so-
predictions, guys?
Death
well, there's,
predictions.
I mean, there's a couple of characters, dog, princess, but I think they're going to be okay for the most part.
Dog will be fine.
Okay, let's talk like if a big character were to die in the final episode, who would it be?
Wait,
In
what?
the final episode?
Yeah, like the final episode of the series. Like I'm talking season 11, episode 24. Who would be the final death of the series?
Father
Ooh.
Gabriel. I could see that.
I think Father Gabriel, like, because I feel Father Gabriel actually is like a really good character in this show and like the comics where he didn't do anything. But I feel like he's a character that isn't big enough where his death is gonna be like piss people off and make people hate the franchise. But it's something that's still gonna affect people.
But
Agreed.
it'll work though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I feel like it
exactly.
could work if they do it right.
Yeah.
What
Father Gabriel
I could see
needs
him
to
getting
die,
Rick's
in my
death.
opinion.
Yeah.
I could see him getting Rick's death, honestly, and I think he'd be a perfect candidate for it.
Yeah, but I just
Agreed.
hope they don't go the like overly like honorable statue route, because for Gabriel it just doesn't make sense.
I don't know if they're gonna do the time jump like they did in issue 193. I don't think they will.
I think they may, because I feel like there's something about the older Judith. I feel like that kind of.
Well,
I feel
maybe
like
what they
has to happen.
do is maybe season 12, episode 23 is when Daryl and Carol leave, and like okay, the rest of the show would follow. The new show we know follow them not long after that episode, but going to the series finale, let's say it would be like issue 193, and it would be like maybe 8 years later, Judith's like 17, you know.
Yeah.
I've got
Maybe
a prediction.
she's like
Yeah.
she's dating Herschel.
I've got a theory.
No, I'm
okay.
If you
joking.
guys are down.
Yeah, Matt, we'll hear your prediction, and then I think I want to end the stream. I got to end it. We're
Yeah,
past the
that's
2 hour
fine.
mark. So thank you
Okay.
guys.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Stuff to do tonight as well.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Okay,
Alright,
so
Matt.
this is my theory. Do you guys think Morgan and Dwight are alive in the current timeline?
I think at least one of them, at the very least, possibly two, but I'm gonna say at least Morgan. I feel like they gotta keep him alive.
Yeah, Morgan
I think
for sure.
I think Morgan is.
Sherry is dead for sure.
Sherry's
Oh,
dead.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Sherry will die in season 6. I think like she's gonna end up dying to this like the end is the beginning group.
Honestly, I know you guys are gonna you guys are probably not in the same boat as this, but I've said this before. I think that Sherry could actually, and hear me out, I know this is a far-fetched one, but in the comics, how Rick, has no choice but to kill her. Imagine if Morgan takes that, and Sherry is so out of control that Morgan has to do that, and how heated things would be between Morgan and Dwight.
Or what if this is even more far-fetched, but what if it gets so bad that she's such that Dwight has to kill Sherry?
Even Dwight, yeah, that would. I'm just saying, I feel like they're right.
That would break him. But imagine she goes so over the board, she's actually threatening his people that he ends up having.
I feel like Sherry is her character's at a point now where it's I can't come back, Bob.
Because honestly, I don't like Sherry. She's my least out of the crossover characters. She's my least favorite. My favorite is Dwight.
In my opinion,
Dwight's my
I don't
favorite
know,
from In Fear. For the
in my
crossover characters,
opinion,
for sure.
I don't know why they're trying to adapt Sherry's comic story arc to Fear. I don't like it.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like that's why they're going to do the death in some remixed way, to be honest. I feel like they're just trying to make her hated so then they can kill her and the actress can just do whatever
Honestly, I felt like in season 5, I almost felt like they were trying to build a romantic relationship between Dwight and Sarah.
All right, guys.
Oh, no,
nasty.
thank you.
I hope Iris kills Dwight.
All right, guys.
Why?
I don't know.
Thank you.
I-
Brian. By the way, man, I want to say thank you very much for this stream.
Yeah, same. It's been really, it was really fun, Brian. Really hope we
Had
can
a
do
great
this
time,
again
Brian.
soon.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks,
I appreciate you
Thanks,
all
everybody.
coming. Dan,
No problem.
I think you called me Matt for a second, or
Yeah, I know. I heard that too. I mean, I did that too. In the comments, you might have saw that, when you saw the notice, Dan. But I said,
Sorry,
"Nice
guys.
video, Matt."
yeah, it's all
I
right.
quickly edited it.
All right, I'll see you guys sometime next week, either Monday or Tuesday night for the next
So
stream.
just
TS19.
you know what to do. Just let us know in the Discord chat, man.
All right, man. Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
I'll
Ciao,
still
bro.
be
Stay
on
safe.
call for a few minutes if anyone wants to chat predictions with me.
Okay,
All right,
Perfect, man.
sounds good.
Cool.
perfect.
All right, guys, have a good night.
Take it easy, Brian.
See you, bro.
You too.
Had a great stream as always.
Thanks. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, man,
thanks
anytime.
for. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't decide to be drunk again, and we can actually watch the full stream.
Here's hoping.
Oh, yeah. The stream's
Yeah.
been going on very well, actually.
Perfect.
Yeah, this
All right,
was
guys.
definitely probably the best one I was a part of, I'd say, but out of the 3, though I fell asleep in the middle of the second one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still one thing, and then I'm just like,
All right,
Oh,
guys.
Brian, right before you go, I was gonna say that I would rather do the girls. Y'all, you couldn't hear me, but I was like, I would rather kind of do the girls in the season 1 finale. But I mean, I get you.
no, we should
promising,
do, but epic ass, an epic ass first. So
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry, Ken.
We gotta
I'm
be fair.
doing. I'm doing the season TS19 and then the Grove after. So yeah. I'll do the
Yeah,
Yeah,
Grove
but I feel we
sometime
just
next
take
week.
turns. Like we just have a list and like we just take turns suggesting the episodes. You know.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm all
We
down for
want to
that.
Brian's main goal with this is try to get everybody their own chance to suggest.
Be fair,
Yeah,
right?
it's overall, it's a
really
really welcoming
mind.
community. Like I like that. I like how you guys don't like hold anything back. Like if somebody's like, "Yo, can I join?" You just let them in. You know.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, man. I really have to go though.
Okay, before
Okay,
you head
bye,
off,
Brian.
18 miles out after the Grove.
We'll see. I'll think about it.
Brian's
like-
just like, dude, this is so many suggestions.
Yeah, that too. But also
It's
half
getting
of the episode's
overwhelming.
bad. I know. All right, guys. I'll see you next
All
time.
right, Brian.
Have a good
Ciao,
night.
buddy.
Bye,
Take
Brian.
care.
Hey, man.